welcome everybody. Sorry I'm a bit behind today. I have no sense of time. Haha. Anyway, today we're streaming some Shadowrun Dragonfall. Again, I'm basically playing game recommendations from AB, so, yeah, figured I'd continue on with the second game, because I had a lot of fun with the first one. So, I'm going to get right into it. Give me a moment to switch everything over, and we shall begin. Hope everyone is having a lovely day. Alright. New game. Let's go. The year is 2054. The promise... Oh, sorry. Why is it saying Seattle if we're doing Berlin? Okay. The year is 2054. The promise of opportunity and anonymity draws you to the free city of Berlin. The Flux State, a grand experiment in social order. Corporations tread carefully here. Even the great dragon, Lofweir, only has so much sway in the constantly evolving power structure of Berlin. The perfect place for a savvy Shadowrunner to disappear and begin anew. If only it were that simple. Oh boy, this sounds like it's gonna be interesting. Gonna do normal. Player female. I'm probably gonna play the same thing as last time just because I had a lot of fun with the charisma checks and whatnot. It was kind of fun. So, elf. Shaman. Is it the same? Oh, it's different portraits! Oh no. That's the one that we used last time. I kinda like this one, it's cute. Let's go with that one. Karma represents the experience characters earn while running the shadows and achieving goals. Karma is used to improve attributes and skills. An attribute or skill rating can be increased by spending Karma equal to the next increment of that rating. Thus, improving your body from 4 to 5 requires you to spend 5 points. You have some Karma available now to customize your character. We could start with 4 body. Nice. Let's pick up Freedom. There is the healing one that we had last time. Dodge. Quickness. Accuracy, nice. Move bonus. Set all spirits, breakaway chance to 0% within 3 tiles too. Oh! Well, that's nice. Dragon Slayer Idol. The power of the Dragon Slayer aids all friends within range 3 with damage reduction of 3. Okay. Great Mother. Heals all friends within 3 tiles with the most recent. This sounds like the bear. Husband grants all friends within 3 damage plus 4, but reduces accuracy by 10%. Okay. Heals all friends within 3 of the damage from the most recent attack. Most recent wound. Now I'm confused because I don't know if they mean 2 different things. I'm probably gonna go with the bear. Alright, let's go Spirit Control 3. And ooh. Okay, I may not be able to go Spirit Control 3. I'm probably gonna go rifle to see if I can, like, actually long range instead of pistol. I feel like that's gonna be a bit more useful. I think that should be good for now. Eventually I'll put some more points in, like, intelligence and biotech because the healing on heal kits bonus is just nice. I might grab some willpower stuff, but not right this second. I don't entirely know if I need offensive spells. I also don't know if the spells have been changed at all, so we'll see how this goes. Alright, let's go. Etiquette is about knowing how to behave in various social situations. The right etiquette can give you an edge in certain conversations. Let's go. You get 3. Okay. Let's try Shadowrunner. Security was really helpful last time, so we can try that as well. I'm torn between, like, gang and street, so let's go with street. Why not? I feel like this is gonna come up a little bit more often than gang does, maybe? I don't know. I know nothing about the story of this game. Apart from ghouls being a thing and they are terrifying. So, onwards. Alright, so it was pointed out to me last time I made the name for my character that I should have put something at the start of my character's name, so we're going to do that now. There we go. We're Little Red, except I can't spell. Good job, me. There we go. Fixed it. Let's go. The half-filled manor run. Life was good, easy jobs, regular pay, a reliable crew. But things went south and he had to drop off the grid. Put a bullet in the past and start fresh somewhere new. The promise of opportunity and anonymity draws you to the free city of Berlin, the Flux State. A grand experiment in social order. Corporations tread carefully here. Even the great dragon Lofweir only has so much sway in the constantly evolving power structure of Berlin. perfect place for a savvy Shadowrunner to disappear and begin anew. And as luck would have it, home to your old partner in crime, Monica Schaefer. It's your third run with Monica and her team, the old Castle Holdfast, 1 hour east of Berlin, perched on a hill overlooking the countryside. The job is standard smash and grab. Crack the vault, grab the data, get out in one piece. A mediocre payday, but work is work. As the team gathers for Monica's pre-run briefing, you pause and take in your surroundings. This is a bad time for my voice to start going. One moment. Sorry, had to cough. Didn't think you wanted to hear that. Anyway, let's do this. Harfield Manor, 2054, 1 hour east of Berlin. The estate grounds are silent, save for the faint whistling of wind. Your team gathers near a side entrance to the old castle Holdfast, cloaked in darkness. The night is peaceful. You know it won't last. You know it for what it is, a pleasant illusion that will shatter at the sound of the first grenade. Sorry, first gunshot, not grenade. I mean, it would still shatter most of the glass in the vicinity of the grenade. Yeah, sorry, I'm a bit rambly today. Anyway. Listen up, folks. Monica Schaefer, you ran with her back in the day, watched her get her first data jack. Now she's your team leader and a direct hot decker to boot. We're on a tight timetable. I want to enter the estate, find the basement, open the data vault, extract the files, and bolt. 10 minutes, top to bottom. Trying to get home in time for worm talk, love? Diedrich, shaman, the old man of the team, he smiles at her, his facial tattoos writhing in the moonlight. Okay. Monica's eyes twinkle with mischief. Maybe. How many times have I told you you can't trust anything that comes out of a dragon's mouth? That trid trash will rot your brain. She grins. It's educational. Besides, this should be a milk run. Security is supposed to be light, a few automatic weapons, no armor. With a little luck, they'll never know we were here. Just like old times, eh? In my experience, there's no such thing as a milk run. I'll watch your back. All the same. Works for me, let's get paid. In my experience, there's no such thing as a milk run. I'm going with that one. Words of wisdom from our new edition. I agree with Little Red. Glory, razor-clawed street samurai. Her voice is cold and neutral, her expression placid. Honestly, character design looks fucking cool. They may only be private security, but their bullets don't know that. I can patch you up if I have to, but I'd rather not have to. Fair enough. You people need to relax. We're professionals, remember? Monica raises her arm and speaks into her wrist-mounted comlink. Wrist-mounted comlink. Oh my god. A darkened face shimmers on the view screen. Iga, are you in position? Iga. The comlink crackles and the response comes back low and soft, softer than you'd expect from a troll. Affirmative, the alarm lines have been cut, and I have a clear line of fire on the estate's service entrance. When you exit the building, the path will be clear. Cool. Excellent, thank you, Iga. Just doing my job. Iga out. The comlink goes dark. Monica winks at you as she drops her arm. See, we're professionals. Alright, people, enough chatter. Our client wants the data from the vault, so we get him the data from the vault. Quick, quiet, and quick. Okay. You said quick twice. She grins. Worm talk is on tonight. Laurie raises an eyebrow slightly. I told you, it's educational. Alrighty. What's this? I'll get your stuff when we're heading. Your gear and some weapons lie in the back of the van. Grab a weapon. There are a few spares to choose from. Grab a rifle. Grab the rest of your kit. Grab your running gear from a worn duffel bag near the weaponry. Leave the van. Oh, that's a lot of stuff. What gear do I have? There. So we got AK-97, acid bolt, Conjurer's basic acid bolt does damage over time to the target, 4 damage, 1 AP, cool. Haste, nice. I'm guessing my totem just doesn't get listed here? Because it's not a spell? Got elemental, we got a basic med kit, and we got a trip kit, cool. Mona. What the health kit's... Sorry, the trauma kit's called something else in the previous one, maybe? I'm not good at this. They've buggered off. I'm gonna have a look around. Oh. Can't talk to anyone. I'm kind of worried about wandering off and causing a fight before we even enter, so I'm not... Oh. Brain says you gotta, though. There's nothing of interest anyway. Never mind. Alright. Let's go. For this supposed milk run. Alright. Keep the team alive. Get to the lower floor. Okay, it was just ticking that off. Okay, cool. Alright. You're a decker, so you want to hack into stuff. Samurai, and we've got double shaman, okay. Let's go open the door. Private museum, the owner of this estate must have money to burn. Complete skeleton of a theropod dinosaur, it appears to be genuine. Variety of remarkably well preserved Slavic artifacts. Vase in this case looks both very old and very valuable. A fine scrollwork of lapis and gold leaf decorates its exterior. The interior shimmers with an organic beauty of abalone shell. Your fixer could probably move this thing in a heartbeat. You can't help but notice that the glass encasing it looks awfully flimsy. I'm gonna walk away for now. The cask in this display case is decorated with inlaid panels of ivory scrimshaw. Now I want to know if I need to take this now, or if it's just going to cause an alarm and a shit fight to follow. Do we have any money? We have money. Sure are a lot of like dragon motifs around. Why am I suddenly very worried? Go that way. Go that way. That way is locked. Hi Emily, how you doing? Oh shit. Turn-based combat. You are now in turn-based combat mode. Each character on your team has an action pool. Spend these actions on movement, attacks, or using spells and items. Once your team's turn is complete, the enemy will move and attack. Additionally, tutorial information is available from the reference guide, which can be accessed in the upper right corner of your PDA menu. Awesome. Yeah, stream's been going good. Decided to pick up the second game of the Shadowrun series. Oh, this UI is a bit different. Okay, cool. How are you doing today? Yeah, as it turns out, I picked the wrong door. It was good. I should probably get into cover. Or... oh, this is gonna suck. Just... Yep, cool. That did basically no damage. I'm gonna... There's no cover there. That's fine. I'm just gonna step around this corner. Alright, Monica. Monica. Been good, chilling at the moment, had a good time at work too. Nice! It's always good when it's like a cruisy day at work. Burst fire, 2 actions, and 1 action that increase chance of critical, uses 5 bullets. Got it. You've got a 50-50. You have claws. Interesting. Just all of the healing items. I love it. Tracks the adrenal glands pumping the body full of adrenaline and noradrenaline. Noradrenaline. My goodness. The user gains 1 AP for 3 rounds. Probably gonna have to use her pistol so that I can get her in. But I want to use this, so. Cute. Get in here. Monica be the slow. Let's go here. So that'll block it. Diedrich, what do we got? Got a 39% chance to hit. You are a throwing weapons kind of person. Got it. Dragon Slayer idol. Power of the Dragon Slayer aids all friendlies. Oh. Could give someone haste. One's a valid target. Just means that he's going to be standing out in the open. Hey, buddy. Yeah, almost. Oh, we did it. Yay. He died because of my dot. Nice. Alrighty. Terminal. Can I get you to do this? Security alert response plan. Quebec 6. Matrix operations locked. HTR. Team responding. Decking 2. Override Matrix operations. Door locked. Matrix operations unlocked. Oh! It shares the skills between party members. Yay! Oh, that's great. Go over there. Yeah, there's 2 peeps. Cool. I might clear this area, then steal the base, and then we can go. That sounds like a good plan. Alright. Let's chuck another haste. You know what? This will be funny. Yeah, have 4 action points. I'm sure it'll be fine. I have been pinged. Did I not put the thing on? One moment. Just hoping that doesn't screw it. Oh, that's adorable, Emily. I love the, like, poking the head out one. That's so cute. Yeah, I broke it. Cool. Alrighty. It broke. 1 second. Need to reset. At least I broke it pretty early on and know exactly what the problem is. Oh, thanks so much. That means a lot to me. That one is lurk right next to it is cool and below is rage. Nice. Alright, we're gonna go through this section again because I'm good at this. This does mean that I get to check if I can talk to these peeps beforehand. Need to do a few changes in Rage. That's fair. Rage is a kind of hard one to do. Let's do this one. Get your stuff all headed. Okay, you can't talk to them. Good, good. Grab a weapon. I will take a rifle. Grab the rest of my kit. Leave the van. It says the elevator should be on the north. See, that's the bit that I missed before. Good job, me. Okay. So, two guys came from the top side. One guy is down in the bottom. That's fine. Just gonna poke things. Okay. Indeed, I agree. Yeah. Like, there are quite a few, like, facial expressions that are very hard to do on a normal person's face, and doing it on a, I'm assuming, fursona, that just makes it even harder. Come back for it in a second. It's fine. Can I cheese it so that most of these guys are in front of the door? There we go. Oh, hi. Close. Let's try this again. Gonna have some acid. And then I'm gonna step up here. Let us do this one. Then East on Monica. Yeah, it requires a little hard work effort, yeah. Get him. Ow. Yeah, that's fair. Feels bad that I need to use that immediately, but oh well. Come on. Let's chuck you over here for a second. How about now? Thank you. terminal. Override matrix operations. Done. Cover there, so let's go there. Oh, he's got a big beefy gun. Oof. This is a terrible spot to be, but I'm gonna go get that vase while the alarm's going off, essentially. Okay. How good are the claws? I mean, we can chuck a heal her way in a second. Dietrich. Beat that one. Guessing you just straight up can't hit from there, so move up, please. We'll fix her up in a second, it's fine. You better run. Good job. Go even faster. Guessing haste wore off. Nice. Oh, good. We love that. Oh, that was a good hit. Get him. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna go get that vase now. Vase looks every bit as enticing now as it did the first time you inspected it, and taking it now would be just as bad an idea. Okay, cool. Let's not worry about it then. What's this way? Danger. That's what this way is. Security guard. Let's see. I need to go check down there as well. That's fine. Go up here. Gun. Oh, that's not good. Mage. Oh shit. I mean, it's worth a try. I doubt it'll hit, but it's worth a try. It hit. What the frick? Go, Monica. Just... How? I'm so confused. Okay, Gloria... Sorry, Glory. Give yourself some AP, please. Okay. Let's go over this way. Diedrich. I'm trying not to place people too clustered up because I don't want... Just in case, if the enemy has grenades, I don't want to deal with that because holy fuck. Was not fun the one time it happened in the first game. Okay. Summon a spirit. That sounds like a terrible idea. Get over here. No. Fuck. Don't. You bastard. Diedrich is not doing well. Diedrich, could you just, fix yourself up? That'd be lovely. Thank you. Chuck and aim on... Monica. Chuck a haste. Okay, Monica. Could you take out this mage, please? I'd really appreciate it. Thank you. Glory. We got security guard. Grenadier. I was worried about that. How about... No. They're gonna take up all of... I'm sure it's fine. Go! Wonderful. Stop shooting the shaman. And I guess the other healer. It's fine. Wait, no, the other healer's there. Monica. Alright, I would do healing, but if I move in here, it's just gonna be incentive for this guy to lob a grenade that way, and that's a bad plan. So, see if we can't get rid of this guy, and then we'll just pile on the orc. How? Please just hit the dude. Thank you. Alright. Glory. Get him. Aimed throw. 12 HP and stun. It's only got 1 round left. That's only got 1 round left. We'll give ourselves this. That. Aha! Oh, it's only 2 damage. Don't you run, you... Get him. Yeah, that's fair. That's the way down. Oh no, it's over here. I'm sure there's more combat this way. It's fine. Ooh! Select the decker to jack in. Alright, so we got erosion, medic, suppression, blaster, and an assassin. Okay, cool. Okay. I don't know if there's anything hostile over here yet, so let's just jump into cover. Damn it. Okay. How about over here? Oh, that's just rude. Alright. Chuck it over there. Good to know that the accuracy on these guys is a bit... Okay. Why is it still marked as red? Oh. Oh. I forgot that it's an AoE. Cool. Hit this button. Here. Take a pot shot. Oof. Cute. Hated antiquities delivery schedule. Ooh. Alright. Well, let's get out of here. Onwards and downwards. About to transition to a new location. Continue. Yes. Wait. Is it still saying that I can't take the vase? These are important questions. Mostly because money is important. No. It's saying it's a bad idea still. Cool. We zoom in. Let's go. Welcome back. So far, so good. If your skirmish with security set off any alarms, you don't hear them. Monica leads the rest of the team downward into the basement of the half-felled manor. Your payday is waiting. The data vault lies ahead. Diedrich. Diedrich eyes the door, then turns to Monica. That's a big freaking vault. Liebchen? Downsides of not remembering German pronunciation of things. I'm gonna stuff this up a lot. Alright. Bigger than on the schematic. Oh, that's not good. Schematic didn't have a date. Our client may have old intel. Still, our instructions were clear. The data we're looking for should be on the other side of this door. Monica combs a hand through her hair, parting it to reveal the black plastic sheath of her data jack. A quick jaunt into the matrix, a little digital hand waving, and I'll have this thing wide open. Be right back. Burst of static crackles through the tiny speaker on Monica's comlink. Iga still in position outside the estate. Hold on, Monica. Who's in charge while you're jacked in? Monica rolls her eyes. Diedrich fixes his stare intently on the vault door. Glory looks cold and distant, just as she always does. We've been through this before, Iga. You're not in the KSK anymore, and that chain of command nonsense doesn't fly in the shadows. We don't need rules and regulations to guide us, the same principles that apply to the flux state. Please spare me the lecture. Your politics have nothing to do with this. Best get used to it, Iga, love. She sighs. Look, it's a simple question. Years of experience tells me we need an answer. Well, I can't do option 4 because I don't have decking. So, I guess right, Monica, we should have a second in command just in case. I agree with Diedrich. If someone needs to take charge, it'll happen. We don't have time for this, Iga. We have a job to do. I mean, they're not wrong. Having a person that is in charge of making a couple calls, not a bad plan, while the team lead is incapacitated doing computer shenanigans. So I might go with option 1, just because it does make sense. Iga's right, Monica. We should have a second in command, just in case. Monica stares at you for a moment, clearly irritated, then a twinkle appears in her eye again. She smiles at you as she speaks into her comlink. Very well, we'll do this one Iga's way. While I'm jacked in, Little Red is in charge. Oh no. There's a pause, then Iger's voice crackles out of the comlink again. Little Red, did I hear you right? You're putting the rookie in command? I'm no rookie Iger and you know it. I thought you were a pro Iger. Questioning the orders in front of the team isn't exactly a pro move, is it? Listen, Iger, you asked for a decision and you got one. Ooh. I don't know, man. I don't know much about any of the characters, so this could be interesting. I think number 2 is the funniest, in my opinion. So, yeah, I thought you were a pro Iger. Questioning orders in front of the team isn't exactly a pro move, is it? This is ridiculous. Clear the comm, rookie, now. They don't like me. It's fine. Monica nods at you. The smile has disappeared from her face. Listen, Monica, I know that this is a joke to you, but I'm telling you. Iger, Monica's tone is all business. Evidently, she has had enough. The decision's made. You have your answer. Acknowledged. Without another word, Iger's image flickers and fades from Monica's communicator. Sorry about that. Iger can be inflexible, the legacy of a long military career. But she knows what she's doing and she means well. It's a legitimate concern. She hardly knows me. As long as she follows orders, she can think what she wants. No sweat. I'll buy her a beer and talk it out after the run. Yeah, I'll buy her a beer. Why not? No sweat. I'll buy her a beer and talk it out after the run. Good woman. Iger's skills and experience are invaluable to this team. It would be good to have her on your side. Okay, enough chatter. Let's get this done. Monica turns towards the door, fingers poised on the controls of her cyber deck, then glances back at you with a grin. See you on the other side. Then she punches it, projecting her consciousness into cyberspace, her fingers harmonizing in the smooth rhythmic staccato that only an expert decker can achieve. Okay. Oh, that's not good. Oh boy. That warning, Monica's back arches violently, her head jerks back, silencing her terrible screams. Muscle spasms ripple through her face, and her jaw snaps shut, sending a mist of blood spraying from between her teeth. You look down to see a nub of pink flesh hit the floor, the tip of her tongue. The room explodes into action. Glory leaps towards Monica, her hands outstretched to yank the cord from her data jack. Diedrich surges forward to wrap the team's fallen decker in a bear hug, holding her against the convulsions that rack her body. With Monica's unearthly screams still ringing sharply in your head, you are only dimly aware of the door slamming shut behind you. Help Glory pull the plug on Monica's data jack. Smash Monica's cyber deck. Help Diedrich with Monica's... Hold Monica down. All of these sound like very bad options. Like, isn't pulling the plug on the data jack really bad? Let's help Diedrich hold Monica down. I guess. This is a very bad situation. As Diedrich holds Monica's thrashing body, you grab her head in both hands and hold it steady. Glory wraps a cybernetically enhanced hand around the cord, leading to Monica's data jack and pries it free. The commingled scents of charred meat and ozone fill the air. You've seen the effects of biofeedback before, but nothing like this. Suddenly, Monica's eyes flutter open. Muscle tremors continue to distort her face. Blood oozes between her lips. You see the muscles in her jaw tensing, and the look of concentration in her eyes. She's struggling to speak. Yeah, that's not good at all. Now I wish I had biotech, but I don't. Talk to me, Monica. What are you trying to say? Just stay with us, Monica. Okay, we're going to get you out of here. That one. Save your breath. Gloria's voice is strange. She's had a stroke, a bad one. She'll be dead before we're even back to the van. Talk to me, Monica. What are you trying to say? Damn it. What the hell happened to her in there? Isn't there anything we can do to help? Isn't there anything we can do to help her? I know what I'm going to do. Diedrich leans in close, his nose hovering inches away from Monica's, his voice soft, almost a whisper. Liebchen, it's Diedrich. Tell me what did this to you. Slowly, painfully, Monica wrestles her jaw open, and the blood welling up in her mouth comes pouring out in a slick covering her chest. She expels a thick guttural sound that might be a word. Satisfied, she closes her eyes and forces her mouth to make the shapes she needs. Fear. With an effort, Monica opens her eyes again and meets yours. You see the pain and fear in her gaze, and something else. Hope. Furious. Wingy. Oh god. A sudden spasm jerks Monica's head back again. She grunts, then her chin drops to her chest and her head lolls to one side. Her eyes fix on an object in the next room, a computer terminal. The soft light of a cursor blinks on its recessed screen. Slowly, she attempts to speak again, but the only sound that emerges is a long, strangled croak. A look of resignation washes over Monica's face, and she stops fighting. Her gore-slick jaw goes slack, and she dies. We have healing magic. Why did we not try this? New objective, keep the team alive. Monica, no, this can't be happening. We've got hostiles. This clearly isn't a data vault. We need to get out of here fast. But we're not going back through the door we came through because it's locked. That is not a place that I can stand. That is. Cool, line of sight's gone. Love that. Probably should have shot first. Whoops. This is where we start with the summons. See how it goes. Oh man. Let us make terrible decisions in the form of putting a summon in the middle of everywhere. Alright, summon. God. There's gotta be more than 2 people in here. Bolt of lightning. Get him. Lovely. Let's get you up here for now. Glory. That'll leave Glory out in the open. Let's do this anyway. Here we go. Yeah, let's get him. Damn it. Rude. Also rude. Okay. Let's go with... Cool. Heavily wounded in cover. Okay, sure. Nobody's been hit right this second. That's fine. A locked door. Okay, these things are changing color. They're all slightly out of sync. Interesting. Alright, Gloria. I mean, Glory. I'm gonna keep calling her Gloria by accident. How about... you have some haste. Get him. How? Rude. Let's risk it, why not? Line of sight break. I love that. Oh, really? Just gonna have some healing. That's fine. Glory, could you kill this thing, please? No. Let's have a look. Will do. You too. MCPOS, Building Maintenance Software, version 1.01, Command Line Interface, Internal Memory Check, some invalid, little red, little red, little red, little red, little red. This terminal's printing out your name over and over again, little red. You'd better get over here. Okay. Just really worried about, like, shit coming from here and shit coming from there. Let's chuck you over here. Yep, cool. Diedrich scans the room nervously. They've sealed the door behind us. Gotta find another way out of here. What are you doing? Monica may have inserted a bug into the system before she died, which I can't pick. Monica was trying to tell me something about this terminal. It must be important. Well, any ideas? Something tells me we're going to have more company soon. I don't know yet. Watch my back while I figure this out. Stay frosty, Diedrich. Just give me a minute. Let's go with option 2. Why not? Text continues to scroll down the terminal screen. A problem has been detected with a core component of MCPOS. Restore MCPOS to factory default settings, Y/N. Warning, restore process will take several minutes to execute. Connected doors and peripherals will be disarmed when complete. Little red, little red, little red, little red. Let's do it. Stuff's gonna go wrong, but you know, we'll try. I'm gonna have to unsummon my, elemental as well, because it's gonna turn on me rather rapidly. Processing request 0% complete. As you watch the number on the screen slowly begins to climb, this is going to take a while. You glance down at a second screen to see the I will, thank you, Emily. You glance down at a second screen to see the facility is on high alert. In place of a simple data vault, it seems you stumbled upon some kind of massive underground complex. A map of the Holdfast grounds indicates the security forces are en route to from multiple angles. The doors currently being rebooted by the system restore processes are flashing a dull red. If you're reading this display correctly, the only exit from this room is the Holdfast Old Servants entrance on the western side of the building. Oh, that's all good. Are you heading out? At that moment, Iger's image winks onto your comlink with a crackling sound. The image is grainy, flickering in and out. What's going on down there, rookie? Talk to me. Drop an alert here to have a wonderful... Yep. Alright, you have a lovely rest of your, evening? Day? And I'll catch you next time. Okay, Iger, new extraction point. Monica's down, Iger. The vault was a setup. I don't know which one. It's nighttime here, and thanks. Oh, good. Have a good one, lovely. Let's go with... They're like ex-military. So they are asking... Let's go with option 2. Monica's down, Iger. The vault was a setup. What? Sorry, Igar, we couldn't save her. Now we have to get out of here. Look for an old servant's entrance to the west of the main grounds. We'll rendezvous with you there. No time to explain. We're exiting via the old servant's entrance to the west of the main grounds. I need you to keep that exit clear. Igar's silence is thick, but when she finally responds, her tone is professional. Roger that. She cuts out without another word. Lori turns to face you, her movements smooth and robotic. Her voice comes out in a frosty monotone. What's the play, Little Red? Our escape route will open in a minute. We hold tight until then. I say we kill every Drakehead who enters this room. How does that sound? Monica found a way to open the doors, but it's going to take some time. Feel like option 3. Diedrich's pained expression lightens a bit. Of course she did. Thanks to her, we might get out of here alive. Now let's find some cover and wait for the door locks to disarm. When the door locks disarm, we make a break for it. Until then, we make them pay for Monica. Diedrich's pained expression twists into a mask of hate. His hands begin to glow with primal energy. Yeah, I'm good with that. Okay. I don't know which... That's the way that we need to go, so I'm guessing they're going to come from there. Lori, can you go over here? Almost every time it's turned on me, it's had like a 10 or 11% chance. So I feel like I should just call it quits, even though having it would be really helpful. Because it's not going to actually get to do anything. Yeah, confirm. Banish it. I'm not dealing with that. It's just going to end poorly otherwise. Alright. You're in cover. I'm in cover. Is that not actually cover? Thought it was. There you go there. So pull down. Cool. Alright, who can we chuck some buffs on? Out of line of sight. That's annoying. Let's not do that then. Oh, that's gonna put you there. Okay. Will putting you here give you line of sight? Because if it does, we take those. I'm guessing because this is highlight, she's in line of sight now? Hell yeah. Here, have some, aim. Okay. Can stay here. Yeah, have some haste. Lori, hold tight there for a moment. That's not ready yet, that's fine. Diedrich, could you move up there, please? Stack the buffs on Lori. Yeah, this is a waste of actions, but like, worth it. Oh, they came in behind. Oh, that's bad. Security turn. Oh, shit. I didn't think they were going to come from behind us. So this sucks. Cool. I am not staying in the open. That is a bad plan. Alright, Glory. Got 3 AP. Jump over here for me, please. Diedrich. Oh boy. This is the bad place. Over here. They come from the other side as well. We're screwed. Wonderful. Rude. Oh, there's 4 doors. I hate that. Got an 89 to hit this guy. Oh, it's a grenadier. Paramilitary. That is concerning. Survived for 7 turns. Oh boy. Sorry, 7 more turns. Okay. Maybe I should have just like set up over here. Summon a spirit. That sounds like a terrible fucking plan. Here we are. $30, $40, $20. Okay. I'm probably better off sending Glory this way. And then Diedrich and I can probably deal with this. Diedrich needs to get in a better position because these guys will fuck him up. Which is annoying. Glory can do this though. Lovely. So, let's attempt to take out this guy real quick before we move Glory on. Hell yeah! That's what we want to see. I need to get... into cover. Glory is going to be in a bad way if she's over here. Don't know if she's going to be able to kill them. She might be able to kill this guy. Go for it. That is unfortunate. Damn it. Alright, let's go here. She's too far away to hit with the idol, isn't she? Yep. Cool. Um... Good luck. Rude. Security captain! That's a big fucking gun! Oh no! Alrighty. This is just asking to be grenaded. But I could heal Diedrich. Said the objective was survive. This is at least full cover. It's gonna take 2 movement to get that though. Never mind. Let's go over here. Be sad about our life choices. What's up, Diedrich? Glory! This guy needs to be taken out. Because he's a fucking grenadier. Come on. Alrighty. That doesn't hit glory. Let's go with that. Yeah. The figure loping towards you is big, even for an orc. The majority of his body is sheathed in a suit of heavy, overlapping plates. What you can see of his face looks raw and slick, like old scar tissue stretched tight over his skull. He wears an expression of supreme confidence. Okay. Alright friends, playtime's over. All you Shadowrunners are the same. Skulking, sneaking, steal a vase or two from the museum. No harm. Maybe I'd let you scamper away into the night. But now it's too late for that sort of generosity. Visitors aren't welcome down here. The gaping maw of the minigun jerks upward. An impatient gesture loaded with malice. Drop your weapons and surrender. That's military grade armor he's wearing, little red. Hardened against small arms fire, will have a tough time getting through it. I'm less concerned about the armor than I am about that minigun. Those things can tear a man in half. You have 3 seconds before I open the hose. Step out here and surrender, and I'll promise to I'll make this easy. Something tells me you're gonna kill us either way. How about you drop your enormous gun and step over here instead? Who are you? Can we talk about this? Talk about this option sounds hilarious, but it's not gonna go well. Let's... Option 3 just resonates with me. Also charisma character, so hopefully maybe it works. I don't think it will, but we know. We can always hope. No, the orc's gauntleted fist tightens and you hear the distinctive whir of his Vindicator's motor spinning up to speed. The barrels begin to blur as he wheels the weapon to face you. Oh boy. Oh, this is bad. This is very, very bad. Diedrich. I can't heal you again. But I can. I'll give you some haste. Okay. 4, 4, so it should take 2 hits to get rid of you. Diedrich. Can I get you in any better cover? Because I need Glory to go fast. Diedrich, please don't die. That's all I need. Get him. Wonderful. And them. Excellent. Does Diedrich have a... I can't check. Damn it. Teammates alive. Consumed... Oh, fuck. No! I can check now. Okay, so he has 1 revive. That's good. You also have 2 of those. That's fine, that's fine. Let us do this. Better. Love that. Chuck this on Glory. Glory, if you wouldn't mind... Nope, that's still on cooldown. Love that. Just going straight for this guy. Blocked. Oh boy. He is bleeding though. I need to start heading for this door. I don't know if this guy can actually take any damage. I mean, we can give it another go and hope for the best, but I don't know if this is going to do anything. Yeah, cool. Hey, Glory, do you want to move behind this full cover over here? Actually, hold tight for a second. Yeah. Then it's not gonna work that way. Never mind. Let us try magic. Maybe it'll help. Damn. I hoped. Gonna hit him and Mercy, and that's what we want. Sorry, not Mercy, Glory. Glory, could you duck behind some of this full cover over here, please? I heard it all. The frick. He's taking 1 damage. That's better than I'd hoped. I did get the Dragon Slayer totem. Cool. Right. Dietrich, would you mind terribly? Wait, does this not have a cooldown? Oh. Cool. Just duck over this way, please. Appreciate it. That's on cooldown. Okay. So what does this do? Does it damage over time to the target? I mean, it's better than nothing, and then I need to move. Yes! Get over here. Get him. Cool. Cover. Oh. I have 2 turns. Doing our best, but we ain't thriving. Out of line of sight. Okay. Can do that. Diedrich. Jump over here, please. Cool. Drones are gonna be a problem. I'll do that. I should have done that first. Damn it. Would it have been better to heal her? Probably, but this is the best I got. Stab then run, I guess. I'm just trying to keep the bleed on him. Diedrich is in a bad place. Over there. Rude. Let's go here. Glory. Cool. I can't do shit about this guy. We only have to live for one more turn. So... get him. Cool. That should be fine if we pop him over here. If I get shot to shit, it's gonna be really bad. You got this. Fuck yeah. New objective, escape. The door unlocks with a loud click. Your escape route is clear. Shit. Fuck. Alright, who's got the most movement? You do. Open door. It's gonna really suck if I get mowed down because of this. Oh, you stay there for a second. Me. Just fucking go. Oh shit. Oh, this bad. That's the best I can do. Cedric, would you mind? What are you? Security guard, that's fine. You can go there. Use totem. Yep, cool. And now we get out. Tiger rises from her corpse-strewn perch at your approach. The look on her face, it's obvious that she's already sized up the situation. I knew this was going to happen. I fucking knew it. The problem was a trap. We can talk about this later. For now, we need to bug out. Monica didn't make it. We barely got out ourselves. Yeah, we can talk about this later, but for now, we need to bug out. Tell me something I don't know. Iger slaps the side of the van. Pile in people and Little Red when we get back to the cruise bazaar. We're gonna have a little talk. Yeah, that's fair. The Cruise Bazaar, Kreuzberg, home to nearly 500,000 people, and until very recently, Monica Schaefer. One Once a melting pot of cultural diversity, it's now a chaotic mess of wealth and poverty, crime and commerce, anarchy and control. It's also home to your own little slice of Berlin, a neighborhood the locals call the Cruise Bazaar. Sorry, Cruise Bazaar? I'm not sure. A safe port in the eye of a storm. The ride back to the Cruise Bazaar is quiet. No one is in a talking mood as the van veers past potholes and garbage piles. The glare of streetlights and neon signs plays across your window, painting the world in a kaleidoscope of garish colors. Soon the van rounds a corner and skids to a halt in a narrow crumbling alley. This is as far as Berlin's chaotic streets will take you. Your team wordlessly debarks the vehicle and climbs down into a disused section of the U-Bahn tunnel system, a well-kept secret providing your team safe passage into the cruise baser. Your safe house waits on the other side. Yep, boy. Let's get inside. Okay. Can't happen fast enough, love. The sooner we get in, the sooner I can get drunk. Climb up. Alrighty. Hall M cell. Hello. You step inside, and the squalor of the disused U-Bahn tunnel gives way to the warmth of your safe house. A man waits inside, silhouetted against the dim fluorescent lighting. Something bad has happened, hasn't it? He steps forward, revealing a pale and expressionless face, light glinting off of steel-rimmed glasses. Paul Amsel, your team's fixer and landlord, part deal maker, part information broker, one of the most well-connected men in Berlin. His eyes sweep across the team as he takes it all in, the grim faces, the hard stares, Iger's fury, Monica's absence. I had a feeling, how did she? His face has gone ashen. He swallows, takes a moment to chew on the words before spitting them out. How did it happen? That's really disappointing. Something in the vault security system cooked her brain. It was too quick to be a black IC. Can't pick that one, unfortunately. Something in the vault security got her while she was jacked in. It was over in an instant. Yeah. The run was a setup. 1 minute, she was cracking the safe. The next, she was on the ground screaming. Let's go with... That's not really accurate, though. Yeah, something in the vault security got her while she was jacked in. It was over in an instant. I've seen Monica hit Black IC before. This was something worse. Glory nods, her motion robotic and spare. Monica died of a biofeedback-induced stroke. That's right. Iger thrusts a gloved finger into your chest, and this idiot stood by and let it happen. Brush her finger aside. That's bullshit, Iger. You weren't even in the room. Shove her hand away. Poke me again. I dare you. Ignore it. Let it happen. She jacked in, screamed, and seized. By the time we saw she was in trouble, it was already too late. Yeah, I'm gonna go with option 3. Yeah, because you never bothered learning what to look for. Muscle contractions and micro tremors are good indicators of a deca in distress. I'm assuming you didn't have anyone keeping an eye out for those. No, if you had, my friend wouldn't be lying dead in a basement. Oh, shove off, Iger. We were all on the lookout for physical security, Little Red included. Throwing her under the bus isn't going to help anything. Under a bus is exactly where she belongs. Iger turns to face Diedrich. She towers over him, but he stands his ground. I respect you, Diedrich, but... I respect you, Diedrich. You know that. But you don't have my training, none of you have. No shit, we're not in the military. Monica was good, she was the best, right? But she was also overconfident, she treated the job like it was a game. Do that long enough and you're gonna get burned. Iga turns her focus back to you. If you'd been paying attention, you'd have figured all of this out on your own by now. You'd have known that Monica needed watching as much as that door. We were all watching Monica. You need to shut the fuck up. Enough, Iga. Emsel's voice is hoarse, his expression blank. Enough. Iga pushes ahead, heedless of the interruption. Her voice remains measured, but there's fire in her eyes. How many seconds pass between Monica's first convulsion and the plug getting pulled? 4? 5? Do you know how much damage biofeedback can do to a Decker's brain in 5 seconds? Cool, so it doesn't matter which option I pick, it's going to get interrupted. Iga, I don't. How dare you? Look, this won't. Iga, don't. You don't have to answer that, of course, you know. Monica died while you stood there and watched. This is all your... That is enough. Amsel's voice comes out in a roar and his fist smashes down on the desk behind him. Iga, you and Little Red can have it out later, but I've had enough. We need to talk action. Our client sent you into something much bigger than he'd led us to believe. I want to know why. Right there with you, this was supposed to be a milk run. It's never a milk run. Payback isn't the only reason why we need to find him. We saw something back there, something that we weren't supposed to see. It's fair to assume that we're all still in danger. He pauses, rubs his temples, agreed. And to neutralize that danger, we need to know who we are dealing with. Let us review the events that transpired tonight. The smallest detail could be important, so hold nothing back. The estate was just the front for whatever was going on in the basement. After everything went to hell, we were confronted by an orc in military-grade armor. Monica lived long enough to say the name Swinge? I don't know. She fought hard to tell us it must be important. I'm gonna go with that one. Ansel seems taken aback. He pauses for a moment before responding. The Fire Wing? This is unexpected. You'll have to forgive me. This brings back many unpleasant memories. Lori raises an eyebrow. That's so good, Emily. The Fire Wing? The most terrible of the great dragons. There were those who would disagree, but they never experienced the terror of living in her shadow. He glances at Glory. You were far too young to remember her, of course, but for Germans of my generation, the name Feuerswinch is synonymous with chaos, destruction, and death. The dragons of today are subtle creatures, full of patience and guile. Feuerswinch was not. After her awakening, she went on a 4-month rampage that claimed tens of thousands of lives. Emsel takes a deep breath, slowly releases it. There is a haunted look in his eyes. Those were dark days. Countless men, women, and children were slaughtered, roasted alive in their homes by a creature of legend. No hope for salvation, no end in sight. It was a horror that you cannot begin to understand. What stopped her? I can't imagine that a rampaging dragon would just go away on its own. Eventually, the Fire Wing was brought down by a man named Dr. Adrian Vauclair. Well, with the help of the Luftwaffe, of course, but it was experimental weapons designed by Dr. Vauclair that finally pierced her hide. She fell in a hail of bullets and rocket fire, crashed down in a radioactive wasteland of the SOX. This event is called the Dragonfall. He said the name of the game. Safe at last from the dragon's wrath, Germany celebrated Vauclair as a hero. Our own Siegfried, a modern-day dragon slayer, my own family practically worshipped the man. If the Dragonfall was as important an event as you make it out to be. I'm surprised I've never heard of it. Those early years of the Awakening were traumatic, Iger, not just on a national level, but on a global scale. New species of awakened animals were being discovered daily. Within 2 years of the Dragonfall, the active use of magic had returned to the world, a new source of terror for a bewildered public, and in 2021, the sudden emergence of orcs and trolls gave rise to yet another wave of global panic. In light of such turmoil, is it any surprise that Dr. Vauclair and the Firewing were forgotten? Dragons were yesterday's news. He rubs his temples. Again, all of this happened decades ago. To the best of my knowledge, the story of... I'm just gonna say that whenever I see that name, it's gonna be Firewing, because it's gonna be easier than me trying to butcher it. So, the story of Firewing is a bit of historical trivia and nothing more. Alright, so Monica spent her dying breath trying to tell us about a long-dead dragon. Iga sweeps her eyes across the group, searching for a glimmer of insight. Finally, she gives up. Any ideas as to why? Amsel's voice trembles with frustration. No, it doesn't make any more sense to me than it does to you. The Dragonfall is ancient history. Firewing has been dead and gone for 42 years. But there's one thing that I do know. Whatever Monica saw, whatever she was trying to tell us, it was important. He visibly struggles to calm himself, takes a deep breath, then slowly releases it. I will look into this, and I will find answers. In the meantime, did you turn up anything else of value? After everything went to hell, we were confronted by an orc in military-grade armor. He appeared to be the head of security. That is not much to go on. Any details about this orc come to mind? Any distinguishing features I could look into? He was an older guy for one. From the sound of his voice, I'm guessing mid to late 40s. Pretty old for an orc. And he had skin grafts. Most of his face looked like replacement material. If the grafts came from a legitimate hospital, there may be medical records. That is something. I'll see what I can find out. Did you note anything else during the run that may be of value? The estate was just a front for whatever was going on in the basement. Amsel nods. That much is clear. It wasn't a minor enterprise either. That facility took serious funds to build. And time. There was more to it than we saw. Places like that don't spring up overnight. And all in secret, the owners, whoever they may be, were none too pleased by your escape, I'm sure. What else did you find? That's all we got. That's not much. Well, it's not nothing either. Amsel nods, his face is drawn and haggard. It is thin, I agree. A basement, a middle-aged orc with skin grafts, and a long-forgotten world event. Wait, we're still missing something. Who paid for this run? You haven't said a thing about our client yet, Paul. You're holding out on us. Whoever sent us knew what we were walking into. We were set up. Wait. We're still missing something. Who paid for this run? Amsel looks pained. I do not know his exact identity. I did not set up the run. Monica did. Fuck. His face reddens. I warned her. I told her not to take the job, but she assured me it would be a cakewalk. Monica was approached by a man who calls himself Green Winters. He used to be a prominent activist in the F-state political scene. I never much liked the man. I certainly never trusted him. I feel like I'm about to sneeze. I would like not to sneeze. Cool. But Monica, she would do anything for her cause, anything for the Flux state. He sighs. Winters swore that the data he was after was crucial to ensuring the future stability of the Flux. And that was all it took. We need to down. I feel like I'm going to sneeze again. I wish this feeling would go away. We need to track down Monica's client and press him for information. It sounds like Green Winters is our best lead then. Yeah. Let's go with the second one. Yes, most definitely. It is clear that Green Winters has involved us in something much larger than he led Monica to believe. When he finds out what happened on the run, he's probably gonna grab it. We need to chase him down before that happens. Okay, so we need information on Green Winters and we need it fast. Any leads? How do we find this guy? How do we find this guy? There is a man here in Cruz Besa. A Turk named Altuk Barakazi. He owns a little soy calf shop down the way called Cafe Kesve. This man is also a purveyor of information. I have done business with him from time to time. And you think he would know something about Green Winters? Memsel nods. When I discovered Monica's renewed association with Green Winters, I contacted Altug. One of his people has been keeping tabs on Winters ever since. As I said, I do not trust this man. Okay. For good reason, it would seem. We'll go talk to him. Good reason, it would seem. I'll talk to Artug and see what he knows about Green Winters. Pragmatic. Sounds like it's about time to pay Artug a visit. Best be cautious. In our line of work, should I go meet with Artug then? Pragmatic. Let's go with that one. Yes, tell him I sent you. I will do what I can to dig into the information that you've uncovered already, sparse though it may be. Ooh, karma. Ice puppy! I'm gonna talk to people before I go. Little Red. Amstel appears at you apprehensively. His eyes are bloodshot, his expression grim. Did you get the information? No, not yet. Please continue working. We need to find that man. Here. Hello, Dante. You're adorable. As you start toward the safe house door, a large four-legged form steps around the corner. Dante. Monica's dog, an enormous mongrel of indeterminate breed. A low whimper emerges as he enters the room, head hanging low. Oh shit, Dante. Diedrich shakes his head. Don't worry, boy, we'll look after you. The sight of Monica's dog, Amsel's eyes well up. He inhales, but can't quite catch his breath. He started whimpering about an hour ago, turned into a full-blown howl, wouldn't stop, kept. Closes his eyes. That's when I realized something bad had happened. Looking down into those huge brown eyes, you see intelligence and sadness. He lets out a small whine and rubs his head against you. Scratch Dante behind the ears. Grab him some jerky treats. Brush the dog aside or ignore him. We give the dog a scritch. Dante leans into you and looks up mournfully, pressing his ribs against your leg. I guess the dog is going with you, Little Red. Amsel takes a ragged breath and releases it, then a slow, melancholic smile plays across his face. Or perhaps a part of Monica lives on in Dante. Return to the safe house when you're finished with Mine Fruden. With a little luck, he can help us locate green winters, and we can get to the bottom of this. He stares at the floor, and now I think we should take a moment. We should all take a moment. His lips tighten for Monica. Hi. Diedrich turns his head at your approach. His aging face is traced with a network of faint scars, the legacy of too many fights over too many years. While he still retains a degree of strength and vigor, it's obvious that the shaman you see today is a shadow of his former self. Despite all this, there is still an aura of power surrounding the man. He raises his bottle, offering it to you. Little Red, welcome. I've got a bottle of schnapps that need sharing, and we've got a fallen comrade to drink to. Take the bottle to Monica. Prost. You go ahead and toast Monica. I'm drinking to revenge. I don't drink, but I'll join you in saluting her memory. You drink to Monica. I have a job to finish. Not right now, Diedrich. I've got things to see to. Yeah, let's go with the first one. To Monica first. The liquor in the bottle is crystal clear, and as you raise it, you catch an intoxicating whiff of cloves and caramel. It tastes of sweet corn and walnuts with a lingering aftertaste of buttery toffee. You swallow a swig, then return the bottle to Diedrich's outstretched hand. He takes a long pull of the bottle, then locks eyes with you. Let me ask you a question, Little Red. What made you choose to come to Berlin? Why do you want to know? I had my reasons. I'd rather not talk about it. Nothing in particular. Why do you want to know? Monica told me you moved here from Rhineborough Megaplex. Made it sound like you'd been there for a good many years. Successful years at that. Leads a man to wonder why you packed up and moved here. It's time for a change, that's all. A member of my old crew betrayed me. I just had to drop out of sight for a while. Run went bad. My team paid the price. I mean, from the starting thing, that sounds like the most accurate. Run went bad. My team paid the price. Diedrich raises an eyebrow. Went bad, huh? Like the run we just came back from went bad. Worse, I was the only survivor. That's rough, friend. How'd it happen? Double cross. The run went off without a hitch, but instead of paying us, our client decided to set up an ambush. Someone clued our target in on our arrival. They set a trap for us and we walked right into it. This feels like the opening to the second one, except it's not the client, it was the mage that's with us in the tutorial section. Yeah, let's go with the first one, why not? We double crossed, the run went off without a hitch, but instead of paying us, our client decided to set up an ambush. Miserable bastard. Alright, if what you're telling me is true, how'd you walk out alive? Team fought like hell and we took the ambushes down, but we all got shot up. I was the only one who survived. I fought my way out, my team bought the farm, but I made it out. Through the timely arrival of some very well-armed friends. Go with the first one. Team fought like hell, but we took the ambushes down, but we all got shot up and I was the only one who survived. Sorry to hear that. Sounds like it was a glorious fight though. So after all this went down, you decide to bail out of Ruplex and head to Berlin. Am I getting that right? More or less, there wasn't much left for me in the Ruplex, and Monica made me a hell of an offer. There was a bit more to it than that, but yeah, no offense, Diedrich, but I've got to run. We can talk later if you want. Yeah, let's go with the more or less. Monica made me a hell of an offer. Yeah, Monica. Diedrich raises the bottle again, then closes his eyes and takes a long drink. After the moment has passed, he returns his attention to you. It all comes back to our girl, doesn't it? So let me ask, what was your relationship with Monica anyway? I know you two knew each other way back, but she was pretty coy about these things. What do you want to know? We're treading into dangerously personal territory here. It would appear that the stream has dropped. Give me a moment. I'm going to leave it as this for a moment, but I'm gonna see if I can fix it. Let's try reloading this. Okay. What is going on? Okay. I'm not sure what just happened regarding the internet, so I apologize. Oh, it is not. Alright, I'm gonna have to close this. Alright, apologies about connection issues. I'm probably gonna try just continuing on because I am recording at the same time. Hopefully this is fine. But I don't know. It looks like it's staying connected. Okay. I'm gonna see if it'll let me just continue. We're gonna hope for the best. And expect the worst. Haha. Please note, because I am recording at the same time, I will have a complete video up on YouTube in a couple days. So if you want to go watch that as well, feel free. Alright. Let me ask you, what was your relationship with Monica anyway? I know you two knew each other way back, but she was pretty coy about these things. Why do you want to know? Monica was my friend, I cared about her. Diedrich shrugs. I don't know, I guess I just want to get to know her better. There were some areas of her life that have always been a mystery, and if you could shed any light on them, I'd be appreciative. Oh boy. I can respect that. It's none of your business. It's none of your business, Diedrich. If Monica wanted you to know these things, she'd have told you herself. I knew Monica well enough to know that what you mean. She did have a mysterious way about her. I'm gonna go with I can respect that. So what's the deal between you two? Don't leave me in suspense. We were business associates, nothing more. We were friends. We were very close. Is this implying that we were in a relationship? This is funny. I feel like this is the best option. We were very close. That's so. Diedrich raises an eyebrow. Huh, learn something new every day. Well, anyway, good on you both. Diedrich raises his bottle to you in salute. She was a wonderful woman, and I hope that your time together was happy. Anyway, I've taken enough of your time. The bottle's almost empty. Thanks for taking the time to talk. For what it's worth, I'm happy you're here with us. Diedrich takes a final pull on the bottle, then tips it forward, pouring the rest on the ground. Rest in peace, Monica. We'll miss you, girl. Okay. There's Glory, there's Iga. Stash! We got anything interesting? Stash is empty. Go figure. I'm gonna save Iga for last because I feel like she's just gonna yell at me some more. Glory is beautiful in a wayfish sort of way. Her features are almost elvish in their delicacy, but there's something cold about her that you find slightly unsettling. What's more unsettling is her chrome. Glory is rocking a heavy loadout of cyberware from head to toe. She looks to be composed more of plastic and metal than she is of skin and bone. In the shadows, individuals such as this are anything but uncommon, but Glory's cyberware is first generation, all of it. Bulky, invasive, practically museum pieces. This chrome was obsolete well before she was born. Little Red. Glory shifts her gaze to you, but her expression is as cool and placid as always. Can I help you? Spellcasting / conjuring. Use astral perception to read Glory's aura. This sounds interesting. If she doesn't have a problem with it, we'll be fine, right? Without shifting your attention away from Glory, you allow your consciousness to partially slip into the astral plane. As your third eye opens in the middle to the hidden world around you, you feel the familiar tingle of dormant senses awakening. The room that you are standing in slowly shifts to match its true nature, a lifeless expanse of grey, ugly and cold. Your own body, however, explodes into a swirling chaos of scintillating color. As the astral plane shimmers into view, you focus on Glory. You can see her with your corporeal vision, her delicate frame, bulky cyberware that breaks her silhouette, the faraway look in her eyes, but laid over the top of her physical body there is a light shimmer, her aura, damaged though it may be. The chrome that Glory is sporting has really done a number on her. Whatever she may have done before she went under the knife, her aura is now reminiscent of the room she's standing in, a cold dead thing, mockingly sculpted into a facsimile of life. Somewhere within the mutilated aura, a shred of humanity awaits, but finding it isn't going to be easy. Suddenly, Glory's body language changes. The look on her face is somewhere between suspicion and alarm. I got something in my teeth. You're staring. With an aura this shredded by cyberware and surgery, it's going to take a minute to gather any useful information. Continue reading her aura, just trying to figure you out, Glory. You've got a lot going on beneath the surface. Continue reading her aura. I didn't want to say anything, but yeah, did you have salad for lunch? I can't be sure, but it looks like kale. That's just rude. Continue reading aura. Stop reading aura it's nothing, Glory. I was just daydreaming. I want to go with the first one. I feel like that's the most fun. Imagine that we all do, yourself included, yet you don't find me gawking at you. Yeah, that's fair. As Glory speaks, you continue to focus, sifting through the void left by her vintage chrome to find the tatters of her original essence. Finally, you catch a glimpse of color, a flash of her true self, and behind it, something else. In a reflexive panic, your third eye slams shut, the hidden world of the astral plane disappears from view, but an afterimage of what you saw remains, twisting in your mind. Glory is, or was, magically active. The shred of her essence that flitted past your vision left you sure of it. What's more, you'd wager that she had real power once, terrifying power, of a sort that you can only guess at. All of this was surprising, but it was what you saw behind her aura that chilled you to the core. There was something connected to Glory's essence, a metaphysical tether stitched into the fabric of her soul. It reminded you of a leash. You can't say for sure what was holding the other end, but whatever it was enormous and ancient and cruel, and you can't shake the feeling that as you looked into it, it stared back at you. Oh no. Trembling, you find yourself back in the mundane world. Glory is still staring at you, her neutral expression ever so slightly tinged with annoyance. Hey Glory, how you holding up? Don't worry about me, I'm solid. You sure you look a million miles away? If you say you're good... sorry, you'd better be. If you flake out on the job, you and me are gonna have problems. If you say you're good. I trust you. You sure? You look like you're a million miles away. I'll be with you when it counts. Right now it doesn't. Fair enough. We need to talk about what I saw in your aura. Have a question for you, Glory, of the personal kind. Let's go with that one. I'm not big on sharing sport, personal reasons you understand, I'm sure. The edge in her voice tells you that she's not interested in continuing this conversation. Of course, we all have our secrets, but if you ever want to talk, I'm here. I'm not gonna push. I don't think that's a good idea with the person that has a lot of chrome and sharp claws. What's in here? The puppy is coming with me. This is the best day. I'll talk to you in a minute. Streets. I'll go talk to Icon now. Alright, Iga. Iga glares at you, and you can taste the bile in her stare. She clearly still blames you for Monica's death. Something I can do for you, fearless leader? We need to talk about Monica. Yeah, you can apologize for that little outburst that you had in front of Paul and the rest of the team. You're wrong about me, Iga. I intend to prove that to you. Nothing right now. We need to talk about Monica. No, right now we don't. Don't push me on this, little red. One of these days, we're gonna hash this out, and you can talk all you like about the clusterfuck that killed one of my best friends, but it won't be today. Fair enough, but before I go, I have something else to say. Spit it out, then let's hear it. You're wrong about me, Iga. I intend to prove that to you. She stares at you a moment, then looks away. Best of luck with that, little red. Now please, leave me alone. Still owe me an apology. You had no right to call me out like that in front of the team. Alright, I go, but this conversation isn't over. It is for now, fearless leader. She turns away. Do us both a favor, take a hint and go away. I love the sheer collection of It's great. Mallet. Folier. Lane. Well, this is nice looking, isn't it? Oh, hey. How you doing? Dwarvish Tech Founder smiles at you with practiced ease, her almond eyes twinkling with the glare from a dozen trid screens. She speaks in clipped, heavily accented German. Welcome to Data Haven. Can I help you with something? I need some tech. I'm on a tight schedule. Show me what you got. In the market for something exotic, what kinds of tech do you carry? Anything and everything. You need a deck, something software, perhaps. I'm your girl. She taps a painted fingernail against the molded plastic of her data jack. Or maybe you're a rigger like I am. Perhaps I can interest you in a new drone or two. I want to see what she's got just to see what the options are. Because I'm assuming that I can equip my team. Oh, with the amount of money that I have. Okay. We don't have a deco, which is unfortunate. Anything new? There's a Robodoc medkit on wheels. It's a runner's best friend in the heat of the firefight. Oh, that's cool. Overman, smoker. Those who dress for inside the matrix and out, +1 intelligence. Nice. Alright, cool. That's where we need to go. Talismonger's shop. David. Hello, David. You have round eyes peer up at you from under the hood of a grime-smeared winter coat. You recognize him as David, one of the Cruise Bazaar's street kids. If you had to guess, you'd place him in his mid-teens, though it's difficult to tell under the grime and acne marring his face. You've seen him following Monica around between runs, chasing her heels like a lost puppy. She always seemed to have a soft spot for the kid. Oh, hoi, little red. Have you seen Monica around? I've been looking all over for her. I'm afraid I have some bad news for you, kid. Kid blinks, a blank expression on his face. She's dead, isn't she? It was clicked, she went peacefully. That's the most any of us can ask for. Sorry, can hope for. That is not what happened. I don't want to lie to this kid. It was horrible. There was blood everywhere. I'm sorry, kid. We all are. Yeah, look, I think I want to be alone right now. That's fair. What's up your butt, kitty cat? Why are you screaming? Okay. Hello, Taller's manga shop. Absinthe? Something about the young elf behind the counter makes your breath catch in your chest. She's lovely to look at, but it's strange, a strange kind of beauty. Her eyes are large and luminous and impossibly green. As she looks up at you, you can see that her irises are flecked with iridescent gold. Interesting. Hello and welcome to Algernon's. Perhaps I can help you with something. Oh, Algernon appears in this game too. Love it. As she smiles up at you, her eyes fixed on yours, a curious feeling of weightlessness fills your chest. It feels as though you're floating in a warm, calm sea. A gentle current pulls you closer to Absinthe, and the sensation is pleasant as you drift. The golden specks in her eyes begin to move. Well, I don't have 4 willpower, so this is awkward. Deeper into her eyes. The golden specks in the elf's eyes shift and swirl, slowly picking up speed. It's mesmerizing. All at once, the specks explode into light and color. Absinthe's eyes now fill your field of vision, and it feels as if you're drowning in an alien sea. The patterns traced by the shimmering specks in her eyes are kaleidoscopic, enchanting, and nearly impossible to turn away from. Well, I only have lose yourself, so... You are lost. Your entire world has been reduced to a churning vortex of green and gold. Dimly, you become aware that something is happening. You feel your body being buffeted by unseen forces, and suddenly everything goes black. I have been mugged. Slowly and painfully, you struggle your way back to consciousness. The shop's owner, Algernon, is peering down at you, an expression of concern on his face. Absinthe stares behind him, her expression one of embarrassment. Welcome back, friend. Algernon extends a hand to help you to your feet. Absinthe shifts slightly to allow you to stand. What was that? What happened? My fault and my apologies. Sometimes when I daydream, I bring others along for the ride. It was unintentional, yes, but there was no harm done, correct? You'll be fine. No harm done. If you'll excuse me, I'm going to go stand in the corner for a while. Oh boy. Hi Algernon. How you doing? Greetings, young elf. The elf's voice is smooth as silk and rich as clotted cream. Something about him instantly puts you at ease. I am Algernon Half-Dream, the owner of this establishment. In my shop, you will find only the finest in magical paraphernalia. Now tell me, how may I serve you? I have a question for you, if you don't mind. You're in luck. I have a great many answers. What kind of magic do you practice? Shamanic or hermetic? Personally, the true kind, but I sell goods tailored to all traditions. In my shop, we do not discriminate. Now, is there anything else that you need to know? What's your story? Have you been in Cruise Bazaar long? I have many stories of dancing spirits and raging dragons, of unchecked magic and swarming chaos. All of these stories are true. As for Cruise Bazaar, I have always been here, quietly peddling my wares. It's a simple life, but a good one. Now, is there anything else you would like to know? What's the deal with your assistant? There's something funny about her eyes. Absinthe is a friend, nothing more. She helps out around the shop when the fancy strikes her. She is nobody's assistant, but I am no one's master. But her eyes? He pauses for a moment, considering. I believe they suit her personality. Sure. What are you selling? +1 willpower and +1 charisma. I don't have enough money for this. That's fine. Okay, that's nice. Dispel magic dispels any target's ongoing magical effect. Fog, quiet bomb, silence. That could be interesting. Slow. Ooh, tier 2. Just because I don't have one. Is it gonna do it again? Absent keeps her eyes hidden from view. Please excuse me, I have work to do. Cool. Thanks for the stuff. U-Bahn platform. Little farm, that's cute. Dancer's bag. Why can I poke it? Oh. Wait. Nari met back. Okay. Hello. Romani Patriarch is an impressive figure, an enormous man in his late 60s, burly and broad-chested despite his age. His voice is deep and resonant, and his breath is heavy with the stench of pipe tobacco. Darwin Baxtel Elf, you are here to conduct some business. If so, I welcome you to Metback Arms and Ammunition. If not, keep right on walking. I have cash and I need weapons. Show me your goods. I'm here to buy. Care to tell me about your inventory? We have weapons from across Europe. Ares, Keska, Fichette, you name it. If it can be found on the continent, it can be acquired by Metback Arms. Don't conduct business with suppliers I know nothing about. Talk to me about Metback Arms. And I don't discuss family matters with customers, let alone strangers. It's nothing personal, but the answer is no. Understood. Understood. Show me respect. This is good. Metback nods his approval. Now, unless you like to take yours elsewhere, let's get back to business. Sure, let's have a look at what you got, bud. Alrighty. Submachine gun. Range combat 3. I require guns that do not need a data jack, please. Melee. Gold sword. May do AP damage on a critical hit. Nice. Basically a sharp piece of metal with a handle. May do AP damage on crit. Really knock him out of the park with his old-fashioned slugger. Secure tech. Armored cloth. Armored cloth line. Kevlar is woven into the fabric, providing protection from most small arms. Gains plus 5 HP. Grenades. Spiked fist. Throwing knife. Cool. Wait. Looking for some magic. Mind Froden. But the Kassak's got the flash. This elf is clearly seen better days. His skin is weathered and emaciated, as though it has been stretched too tightly over his frame. Track marks line the crooks of his arms. The dirty bandages wrap his knuckles. Dirty bandages wrap his knuckles. Despite all this, he seems cheerful enough. The elf fixes his twinkling, bugged-out eyes on you and offers you a broad smile, displaying a set of implausibly white teeth. That when he speaks to you, his voice is surprisingly deep. Guten Tag, mein Froden. You're here for some magic because Zack Flash, he gestures at himself with a dramatic flourish, is your magic man. I might be interested. Magic? You a street mage? Zack lets out a throaty barking laugh. Street mage? Me? Do I look like a street mage to you? He shakes his head, but his smile doesn't waver. He fishes a small bag of pills out of his back pocket and dangles it before your eyes. No, charmer, I'm not a street mage. I've got the magic in my blood and the magic in these bags. But you won't catch old Zack studying any spellbooks. Well, in that case, let's talk about the magic you've got in that bag there. What have you got? Oh, a little bit of everything. I've got your Zen, your Hyper, your Nitro, your Nova Coke. If you want it, I've got it. Zack leans towards you and lowers his voice in a conspiratorial whisper. I've even got a special concoction of my own design, but I wouldn't recommend it unless you're serious about getting high. So you want to conduct a little business? Let's deal with a special concoction. Flash's grin broadens even further. His mouth is disturbingly large. There is something menacing about the sight of those two white teeth. This is the real deal, chummer. A proprietary blend, designed and delivered by yours truly. Pharmaceutical-grade kamikaze cut with genuine spirit residue from the tear and then mixed with my secret blend of herbs and spices. He produces a small packet filled with iridescent purple granules from the pocket of his dirty jeans. You want to get high? Buy some Novocaine. Throw yourself a party. If you want to get sore, get yourself some Flash. You want to conduct a little business? What's up with the bandages on your hand, buddy? Zack snorts out a burst of laughter. He waggles his bandaged hands in front of you. Oh, these? Nothing much, chummer. Nothing much. Tussled with the spirit back in Amsterdam, you know. We elves are pretty spiritual people. Uh-huh. Oh, come off it. Elves are not on the whole or any... On the whole, any more or less magical than anyone else. I'm in a position to know. Zack lets out a short barking laugh. Oh, come on, stop denying yourself. Embrace the power inside you. You've got the mojo just like me. Accept it. Yeah, I know, I'm a fucking shaman, my guy. Flash lowers his voice in a conspiratorial whisper. Between you and me, my mojo is stronger than any corp wage mages. Take those rat scum bastards as technology. They cast spells all day and all night, right? Fire this, lightning that, just tossing them around like candy. Right. Yep, that's what they do. Look, I don't mean to cut you off, but I got things to do. You want to make a sale or not? Yeah, look, I've got to run. Catch you later, Zack. Stuff it. Right. Well, me, I'm just doing my thing, not casting spells. I'm storing up my energy, saving it. Can you imagine how much magic I have? I don't think that's how that works, Zack. heard enough of this. Let's talk business. Hey, that's great, Zach. Look, I gotta go. Keep storing that energy. I don't think that's how that works, Zach. Trust me, friend. I have secret knowledge. He slowly turns his head from side to side to give you a look at his upturned ears. Like I said, it's in the blood. You're not a real elf, are you? Okay, Zach, I trust you. Now can we do some business? Well, I'm a businessman. I suppose that you're a customer. Who am I to say no? Want to conduct a little business? Yeah, sure. Show me what you got, buddy. Flash, Zach's special. Add +2 movement, +2 AP for 1 round. Oh. Yeah, okay. That's pretty good. That's expensive, though. Do I have karma I can spend? I do. Bobby. Oh, he's got one in like every stat. That's bad. Spend karma. Okay. I don't have enough points to get to biotech. 3. To try and get that check, but that's fine. Check that in there. Nah. Cool. Simi. Interesting. Warming herself in the dim light of dying street lamp is a waif of a girl who looks far too worn for her years. The Mother Superior, she says there will be 7 for me to care for. I need to see them. I wasn't aware of any convent or church nearby. She's there when I close my eyes, and I am Maria. Okay. She says I'm going to be governess to the children. You notice a chipped jack poking out beneath the young woman's unruly hair. The vacant look in her eyes marks her as a likely BTL junkie, lost between reality and any number of better-than-life virtual constructs. I need money to get back to them. This story sounds familiar. You know Monica. I'm going to step away now. The story sounds familiar. Captain Von Trapp is very well known and respected. The poor dear lost his wife and the children their mother. Oh, are you living out the sound of music? Interesting. A child should not be without a mother, and a mother should not be without a child. Have you seen the captain? You know Monica? Monica, is she one of the sisters at the Abbey? No, wait, Monica. A flicker of recognition fights through the haze in the young woman's eyes. Yes, Monica, she's good to me, brings me food to eat and tea to drink. I'm afraid I have some bad news. Something happened to her. Despite the woman's persistent delirium, she seems to glean meaning from your tone. She died while working a job. Yeah, I'm sorry she did. I'm gonna go with the third one. Girl grips her head with claw-like hands, tugging at her hair as if she might pull her brain out through her skull. I don't like this, but I can't switch it off. Girl's frail body shudders and her eyes grow large, but she does not sob. Instead, she smiles a sad smile, which looks to have been worn all too often. She will go to heaven, she told me. It's a place for good people, stillborn babies, and childhood pets. And she was a good person. The girl then begins to mumble to herself while fingering the hair that covers the jack in her head. I'm gonna step away now. Yes, good. I need to rejoin the children. Fun times. Phone booth. Interesting. Statue. Phone rings. Bizarre monument towers before you. At the top of the pedestal, the form of an angel stands, its outstretched wings looming over the small park. But the material is strange and uneven, giving the statue a cold, Frankenstein-esque appearance. It appears that the artist has welded this monument together from various metal scraps and pieces of junk. As you approach, a small grimy monitor at the base of the statue flickers dimly to life. The grainy face of a smug young orc appears on screen. Hello there, I am Herbert Kunzel, the creator of this monument. What would you like to know? Statue name. This is my tribute to Victory, the victory of anarchy. It is both a citation and parody of the statue we destroyed some 20 years ago. You may remember it from history trids as the Segesol or Goldels? Goldels? I'm not sure. Okay, installation history. Isn't it obvious? That a monument to the hubris of the Prussian state gets blown to bits, so someone takes a lot of bits and builds a monument to the hubris of anarchy. I mean, what more is there to say about the artist? I am the visionary Hubert Kozel from Lindwormer. You might know me from... Okay, well, there isn't much I'm known for yet, but I intend to change that. All art is born from misery, after all. I'm gonna step away from the statue. We go answer the random phone? I think we'll go answer the random phone. It's an old, obsolete phone booth. It's ringing. Pick up the receiver. Voice on phone. A monotone pitch adjusted voice begins speaking almost immediately. The Shockwellen writer's contract for this case Keys is no more. Little Red is listed as a follow-up contact. This is our only secured line to the Keys. Please listen to the following instructions carefully if you are a supporter of the cause. Oh no. I'm gonna have to make notes. Who are the Shockwellen writer? Continue listening. I think you have the wrong lady. Who is this group? Shockwell and Ryder is fighting for the freedom and liberty of information in Berlin. The F state manages many things, but information remains controlled. Corporations keep any information they can under lock and key, silencing dissent, silencing indiscretions, silencing the truth. Our goal is to liberate this information so that any who wish to may access it, and so the F state can regulate itself based on truth. We are simply a collective of like-minded individuals working towards this cause. Okay, we'll listen for a bit. We have phone booths in strategic locations throughout the city. Within each one, you may find a request posted for specific information. If you can obtain a copy of this information, return here and submit it via the port below the receiver. We will verify the authenticity of the information remotely and post an undoctored copy of it onto the matrix ourselves. It is our stated goal for this information to remain free to all. However, you will be compensated for sought after information returned to this location. The line goes silent. Hang up the receiver. Got enough problems of my own. I'll keep an eye out. I'll keep an eye out. It might come in handy. The line remains silent. Hang up the receiver. Alright. I believe there was a person over this way that I could talk to still. Hello, Lane. Donations for Soup Kitchen have slowed, Samuel. I'm not surprised. Altruism often comes with an expiration date. Lovely. Hello, Lane. Before you stands a troll, though it is a stretch to say that he is standing at all. His great mass is barely held upright by two vintage prosthetic legs, along with a crutch under one arm. His body clicks and hums with every shifting of his weight. Despite these disabilities, his eyes are sharp and calculating. I know you. Haven't been here long. New to Cruz Bazaar then. Heard Monica had some fresh meat in her stable. I'm Little Red, by the way. Good to meet you, Little Red. Name's Alexi Lane. What's your place in Cruz Bazaar? No place really, just an old relic rusting away. Okay. There's something you should know about Monica. Something happened to her on the run? I'm afraid so. There have already been whispers. Had a feeling, besides, Monica almost always comes around after a run to check on everybody. She's long overdue, and now you're here in her place, so she's either severely wounded or outright dead. Which is it? Dead. We lost her. Afraid she's gone. Dead. Grizzled Troll nods grimly. The servos in his prosthetics complain as he lets loose a heavy sigh. Now that is a shame. She was a hell of a runner, that one. And a good friend. I'll leave you be. Goes to the platform. That's where I came out, isn't it? At the sound of your approach, the orc turns to face you. He wears a severe expression, but there is kindness in his eyes. Samuel Beckenbauer, Guten Tag, Elf. Can I help you with something? Couldn't help overhearing your conversation. I take it you run a charity of some sort. He nods. Yes, it isn't much, but we do what we can. Such as? Give me specifics. He clears his throat, then begins to count off on his fingers. In the past several years, I have established a shelter where the dispossessed can sleep, a soup kitchen to feed the hungry, and a library for the people of Cruz Besa to better themselves. It isn't much, I admit, but it's a start. A good start, Samuel. You mustn't be so hard on yourself. There are limits to what one man, even a determined man, can accomplish. This is true. He nods to the orc at his side. Thankfully, some of the residents that have helped over the years have come back around to help me. I've got 15 assorted orcs and trolls from all over the Cruise Bazaar working with me now. They help me man the soup line, stock the library shelves, and do all of the 100 other little things that a community organization needs done every day. These ordinary individuals are living proof that what we do here has value. They are my inspiration to continue forward. She beams at the compliment. From her body language, it appears that she idolizes Beckenbauer. Now, do you have any more questions? If not, I will bid you good day. I do not wish to sound self-important or rude, but there are many pressing matters that demand my time. 15 assorted orcs and trolls. Does that mean other races aren't welcome within your organization? That's taking a rather narrow view of what we do. Yes, it is true that my assistants are all members of the goblinoid races. It is also true that before they accepted my help, they were thieves, gangers, and deadbeats. This is not because they were bad people. This is because those of us with goblinoid traits are feared, mistreated, and denied gainful employment by a society that hates us. Yeah, that's rough, bud. I hire only goblinoids because mainstream human society has created a need for me to hire only goblinoids. The orcs and trolls of the Cruise Bazaar deserve a workplace where they will be treated with dignity and respect. All that being said, our service is available to all. We wouldn't turn a desperate person away regardless of that person's metatype. Even humans, the most privileged of all races, are welcome at our door. Isn't that what's most important? Your use of exclusionary language is telling. Even humans are allowed. I'll reserve judgment. You're helping people, and that's what's important. It is. I agree with what you're doing here. You're filling a vital need in the community. I'm gonna go with option 3. I'm just gonna overlook the anti-human bit, but that's fine. Humans suck. Yeah, let's go with option 3. Option 3. It is. I agree with what you're doing here. You're filling a vital need in the community. You nod slightly. Thank you for saying so. Now, is there something else that you'd like to talk about? I'd like to talk about your organization. He nods. Yes, of course. Please go on. Are you accepting donations? Yes, of course. We're actually desperate for them. Truth be told, people seem more intent on taking care of themselves than they are in providing for less fortunate. Of course, these concepts are not unrelated. As poverty rates increase, so does the crime rate. Assisting the needy increases the quality of life for all. In any event, our shelter has some basic needs that desperately need to be filled. The walls of the shelter are not insulated, and new blankets would go a long way toward keeping our guests healthy and comfortable. Ideally, we'd like to purchase some space heaters as well. For 250 Nuan, we could make the purchase. However, whatever you could spare would be most appreciated. 250 would take me down to 600 Nuan. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, just take what you need. I've got you covered. Samuel's eyes widen. This is incredibly generous. Thank you, Mindfroden. No big deal, Sam. Do with it. Do good with it. With this donation, we have reached our first goal. Thank you so much for your kind assistance. I will put your contribution to work stocking the shelter with blankets and heaters. Not a problem, buddy. Please do not downplay your contribution. You have shown kindness at a time when few others will. That means something. It means a great deal. Alright, let's talk about something else. Very well, if you wish, what would you like to talk about? No questions, I'm just passing by. Okay, this is a safe house. So that means I need to go back down here. I've spoken to pretty much everyone. Cafe, Kesvi. Alrighty. Menu board. Today's special is caramel soy calf. Jan Goldsmith. Schmitz. I don't know. Let's have a chat. Hello, my friend. The voice that comes out of the man in the chair is as enormous as its owner. A deep, booming roar, dripping with unrestrained mirth. Fine day for a soy calf, yes? Yes, it certainly is a beaut. Every day is a fine day. I've got to run. Yeah, sure, let's go with the first one. The back of the store, the voice of the shopkeep cuts you off. Don't mind the fool in the chair, he roars like a traumatized walrus, stewing all day in his own sweat. The man behind the bar glares at Goldschmidt, his upper lip curled in disgust. I tolerate him only because he takes his soy calf by the bucket. Oh. Goldsmith responds with a raucous belly laugh. Apparently he finds the shopkeeper's insults to be hilarious. Altog, by Freuden. No. You are as quick-witted and sharp-tongued as ever. I bow to you. If you wouldn't mind. Once again, the shopkeep cuts in. To bow to me, you would first have to vacate your chair. The shopkeep slaps his hands together, clasping them in front of his chest. I shall summon a team of determined young men and an ox to assist with the task. With luck, you will be on your feet by nightfall. Goldschmidt smiles up at you, his eyes glittering. Enough of this senseless bickering. You have approached me for a reason yet. Tell me, what can Jan Goldschmidt do for you? Why do you put up with those insults? Don't you have any pride? I put up with them because they amuse me. The fact that they amuse me infuriates my dear friend Utug, who in turn hurls more insults. Goldsmith raises his soy calf cup in salute, and thus the cycle continues. It is 2 years now that I've been your customer, yes, Utug? 2 years of soy calf and strained patience, yes. And I remain happy. Ultuk makes money, an ideal business relationship. That's that. All sounds perfectly healthy. Take care, Jan. Goldschmidt gives you a deep nod, his jowls quivering. Until next time, my friend. Yeah. The man behind the counter looks right past you and at the dog following close behind. Dante, I will fetch his water dish and perhaps a coffee for our friend here. Yeah, sure, I'll grab a soy calf, why not? Turk looks disgusted. Very well, a soy calf. He tisks to himself. Man behind the counter has a broad smile and open demeanor of a classic Turkish street vendor. Welcome, honored Efendim. Welcome, and how can Burak Ghazi serve you today? Would you like a cup of coffee, perhaps? Coffee as in real coffee, not soy calf? Yes, for individuals of refined taste, I offer genuine bean coffee from my native Turkey. The cafe owner looks you in the eye. Looks you in the eye. The tone of his voice grows low and serious. This is a top-shelf item, my friend, not for the general public, only for those few discerning connoisseurs who can properly appreciate it. I think I'm the sort who can appreciate it. Tell me about the Turkish coffee. It is handpicked by my family in Turkey, a true delicacy of the sixth world. This was considered a luxury even before the awakening, when bean coffee was everywhere, every street corner, they say. Veragazi leans in close, lowering his voice to a conspiratorial whisper. Long hours in the shop have perfumed his body with the commingled scents of coffee, incense, and applewood tobacco. Trust me, if your coffee experience has been limited to soy calf, you must not deny yourself this opportunity. You will see God. Alright, you sold me how much? With this specialty item delivered at some cost, I cannot part with it for less than 50 Nguyen a cup. I'm gonna run out of money before I even go on the next job. It's fine. Yeah, fuck it, why not? Very good. Hands you a ceramic travel cup with which he fills to the brim with dark, steaming liquid. The scent is intoxicating. Is there anything more I can get you? Paul Emsel sends his regards. When he hears Emsel's name, the Turk's voice lowers and his accent becomes less exaggerated. His eyes take on a knowing look. Ah, very good. Please express to Herr Emsel my appreciation of his patronage. If he needs any more catering jobs seen to in the future, I am always happy to provide. Um, he tells me you've been developing a menu for a friend of his now, Herr Winters, I believe. I want to hear all about it. Catering, I don't follow. Paul is always pleased to send business your way. Herr Urkazi, he was hoping you could discuss some of the details of his Green Winters order with me. Coffee shop offers you a smile. Of course, Herr Amsel is too kind. Urkazi turns his head and calls into the back room. Kami, come. A young woman bustles in from the back room. Her gum chewing is loud enough to hear over the noise of the coffee grinders. Urkazi spits something out in rapid-fire Turkish. As you wish, uncle. I will see to it right away. Kami offers you a shy grin, snaps her gum, and hurries back into the room she came from. My girl Kami is arranging to make contact with the chef as we speak. This will likely take some time. My chef is a busy man. No, that's completely fair. While we wait, I wonder if you would be so kind as to run a small errand for me. A trifle, really. I hate to trouble you. I am embarrassed to even ask, but I would be most appreciative of your help. What is this trifle? Ultug's voice lowers to nearly a whisper. The errand is simple, hardly worthy of you. I have installed an oh my goodness. I'm going to have a drink because my voice is drying up. Alrighty. The errand is simple, hardly worthy of you. I have installed a number of data taps to Berlin's fiber. Oh goodness. To Berlin's fiber optic network. As part of my civic duty, you understand. These taps provide free matrix access for all who live in cruise base. In order to maintain their, how do I say it? Their anonymity, each tap protocol buffer must be reset every few days. I simply wish for you to visit each data tap and reset it. That's it? No catch? There is no catch, I assure you. It is time-consuming and a bit tedious, nothing more. Just reset the taps, come back when you are finished. There should be 3 of them scattered around the neighborhood. The first one is just outside. Look for a metal box with yellow arrows painted atop it. By the time you return, I should have the information Herr Amsel requested. Okay. Let's go, Dante. Ah. Reset data tab. Please don't make me do a skill check that I don't have access to. Data tab's protocol buffer is now reset. Okay. Are they all gonna be like that? Triage Cyber Clinic. I'm guessing that's where the doctor lives. Reset data tab. I'm gonna go have a look. Yeah, this looks like a doctor's. Hello. As you approach the elf, you notice that he's in mid-conversation. His lips move rapidly and his voice comes out in a low, quiet tone. The glossy plastic shell of a high-grade comlink glints on his wrist. Listen to his conversation. Doing your best to look uninterested, you lean in slightly and strain your ears. You find that you can make out the doctor's end of the conversation. No, the price I'm quoting you is more than fair, well below market value, in fact. If you can't pay it, that's your problem. Yes, I know that the price has gone up. This is a seller's market. Well then, you'll just have to find the money or go without. I'm sorry, but I have to go. I have a patient. Presses a button on his comlink and looks up at you, a $1 million smile on his face. Sorry about the wait, my friend. Welcome to the Triage Cyber Clinic. He extends his hand to you. I'm Dr. Xavier Esquibel, and your name is... Shake his hand, Little Red, a pleasure. Pleased to meet you, Little Red. What can I do for you today? Medical supplies? Yeah, 545. I'm just gonna get a couple of spares. It's fine. Sure. That's locked. I'm guessing that's like the surgery bit. Onwards! Come on, Dante. Ooh. As you're resetting the data tab, you notice that someone has duct taped a small homemade receiver to the system. An earplug dangles from the receiver. Have a listen. Sound of heavy machinery makes it difficult to hear the words that are being spoken. After a moment, you can make out two distinct voices. A nasal woman who sounds like a heavy smoker and a man who speaks in a high-pitched, breathy tone. Just heard, Monica, need to verify. Good for us. Continue listening. Sound like a conveyor belt starting adds to the noise of machinery, and you can't make out anything else until it comes to a stop a minute later. Think our next step. Wait, isn't ready to move yet. Should be patient. See who steps up. Could be someone more. Continue listening. More conveyor belts start up, and all you can hear is the sound of machinery. Some sort of vehicle starts up, drowning everything else out. bell rings loudly again and again. It sounds like a telephone. Hear the sound of a door slamming shut, and the noise of machinery is suddenly muffled. There's a rattle of plastic, and the ringing stops. Nasal woman's voice can be heard again in a sing-song tone. Guten Tag, how may I help you? The tone changes, becomes more businesslike. I heard silence. Yes, he knows. I told him it wasn't time to make a move yet. What do you think I am, an idiot? The council needs to meet again. I know getting everyone in the same room is challenging. Getting them to agree on a course of action is going to be even more challenging. From my perspective, the cruise bazaar was only stable because of her. If she really is out of the way, well, we'll see, won't we? Yeah, I know. What can I say? Things go slow in the flux sometimes. You hear the sound of a door opening again, and the cacophony of machinery fills the line. You can't make out anything more. Walk away. Okay. Interesting. No idea what's going on there. And I suppose I won't know what's going on there for a while. I love it. Dante can phase through walls. Best doggo. Alright, Altug, I have reset your network connection. Altug smiles at you from behind the counter. Welcome back, honored Effendim. How may I serve you? I've finished with your little trifle, Herr Bergazi. Ah, very good. I assume you had no difficulties? Not at all. It was good to take in the night air. Easy, just like you said. So those taps are a public service, is that it? Difficulties, no, but one of the taps had been modified a bit, though. Someone was using it as a surveillance device? Alas, of course they were. I would be surprised they weren't. This is Berlin, after all. In the flux, everyone spies. If you don't spy, you will... How will you know who is in power and who will be in power next? If you are to stay here, Effendim, you must get used to it. Who enters the Turkish bath will sweat, as my uncle Tadema always says. Nevertheless, I shall have one of my people look into it. Wait, there's more. I listened in on the tap and heard something might be important. He eyes you closely, amused. Oh, tell me. Oh, listener at Keyholes, what did you hear on this surveillance tap you found? Couldn't make out much. A nasal woman and a high-pitched man. They seemed pleased Monica was out of the picture. The Turk's face falls. News travels fast in Berlin. These two are known to me. Is there more? The woman got a call. She talked about a council meeting tonight to decide if they should make a move. Then she was drowned out by heavy machinery. He nods grimly. Most excellent. It is indeed fortuitous that you discovered this information, though it is not unexpected. I will have one of my people attend this council meeting and report back. Whatever you think is best. Sounds good. Keep me in the loop. I'm very interested in this, so let me know what happens. With that out of the way, let us return to our pressing business. He barks a stream of rapid-fire Turkish, and the gum-chewing young woman comes hurrying out to the counter. The menu for Herr Amstel, Uncle. Tommy hands you a folded piece of paper. Inside is a memory stick. Please extend my Consolations to him. The death of Fräulein Schaefer must have hit him hard. Murakaza gives Kami a small nod and she hurries out of the room. When she is gone, he turns his attention to you. Please express my condolences as well. I only just heard the news Monica was an important part of this community. He frowns. Few knew how important. The memory stick Kami just handed you should contain all the information her Amsel requires from our chef in the field. Should you require my services in the future, you know where to find me. Until then, good day. Cute. Let's go, puppy. Should I go check in the underground bit, maybe? Before I go back? U-Bahn platform. Let's go have a look. Yeah, this is looking relatively empty. I can't get over there, that's fine. Back up to the streets. There's a couple of entrances, so I'm gonna have a quick look around, and then we'll head back down. This one is even more filled with rubbish. Love it. Was there a third one? I don't think there was. I think we're good. The safe house. Peeps moving around. Peeps have moved around. Got anything new? Got nothing more to say, boss. Let's get this run taken care of. You can hit me up again later if you want to talk. Okay. This ain't the best of times. Come back later if you want to talk. Little Red, what do you need? Fuck it. I need to talk about what I saw in your aura. I knew this would happen. Look, my aura is my own business and none of yours. Understand. Agreed, but the thing I saw that was tied to your aura is as much my business as it is yours. It saw me glory. Wrong. What I saw in your aura looked dangerous, both to you and me. That makes it my business. Look, I know you're protective of your past, and I can respect that, but something terrible is happening to you. I can help you if you let me. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the first one. Agreed, but the thing I saw in that was tied to your aura is as much my business as it is yours. It saw me glory. It saw you. That's what you're worried about. A shrill laugh escapes from Glory's lips. You'll be fine. Want to know a secret? It's been watching you for your entire life. You just never knew that it was watching until now. Okay. Some of us have bigger problems. For some of us, it takes a more direct interest. But I fixed that problem years ago. She gestured down at the vintage chrome that riddles her small body. The interest is still there, but I can't do anything about it anymore, not unless I let it, so drop it, okay? She pauses for a moment and a hard expression on her face softens. Look, I understand that you're trying to help me and I appreciate it, I do. But I'm not ready to talk about this yet. Maybe when we know one another a little better, okay? Until then, just give me my space. Understood. If you think I don't need to be worried about the thing that saw me while I was looking at your soul, that's essentially what auras are in most things, yeah? I could be wrong. I'm a truster. It's fine. Okay. Paul! We have the new menu! Little Red. Amsel is at you apprehensively. His eyes are bloodshot, his expression grim. Did you get the information about Green Winters? I spoke to Altug. He gave me this memory stick. Let us see what his agent has to say. Amsel snatches the memory stick from your hand and slots it into his computer terminal. He navigates a series of command line menus, and a wall of amber text floods the screen. Amsel scans it, mouthing the words as his eyes flit back and forth. Bergazi's agent tailed Green Winters to a hotel in a cesspool of keys called Dragonfall. The hotel is called Das Kesselhaus. It is a renovated factory nestled deep in the heart of Dragonfall. It appears that Winters is holed up there. Recently there was some contention between two gangs over control of this neighborhood. Due to the gang violence, the agent refused to follow Winters inside the hotel, but he confirms that he is still inside. Well, what are we waiting for? Iga slings her rifle over her shoulder with a single spare motion. Gear up, people, we have a hotel to raid. Glory and Dietrich pause, exchange looks with Paul. Just a moment, Iga. Amsel rises from his chair, drawing himself to full height. Even so, he has to crane his neck back to look her in the eye. You are an excellent soldier, and nobody questions your competence in the field. Your loyalty to this team is equally commendable. That said, we believe that Little Red is the right choice to lead the team. There is a long pause before Iga speaks. When she does, her voice comes out dull and flat. What? Don't mistake this decision for a reprimand. Monica considered your contributions to the team to be invaluable. But we all know that she wasn't comfortable putting a soldier in charge. Iga speaks through clenched teeth, her words measured but her expression livid. This is unbelievable. You want to put the rookie in charge? Again? She shakes her head. Don't you people learn from your mistakes? Little Red is the reason we're still alive, Iga. She kept us together. She let us out of there in one piece. Making her your number one girl. She sounds tired, resigned, but above all disappointed. This is more of your flux state idiocy at work, isn't it? Dietrich reaches out, puts his hand on her shoulder. It's what Monica believed in. Iga's voice tightens for a moment, her control slips, and her face contorts in grief. Yeah, and look where that got her. She straightens to her full height. Let me give you a piece of advice. In the field, only two things matter: the mission and survival. Everything else is a distraction. Your ridiculous politics have no place on a Shadowrun. Dietrich manages a smile. What can I say? We're German. We have a history of strong political views. Oof. Iga sighs. The tone of resignation returns to her voice. Screw it, let's put an end to this. I've got the skill and experience to lead this team. Little Red, on the other hand, was appointed by Monica as a joke. If you'd rather she take the lead, I'll abide by that, but I want to hear each of you say it. They already have, you just weren't listening. Come on, Iga, give it a rest. I've no quarrel with you, Iga. I'll do as the group wishes. This is a waste of time. We should be out looking for Green Winters. I feel like option 1 is the Captain Obvious. Like, they literally just did. But she wasn't listening. Option 3 is the, like, I'm gonna stand on the fence and hope that nobody hurts me. Let's go with Captain Obvious, it was funny. They already have, you just weren't listening. You stay out of this. She stabs an armored finger into your chest hard. The moment she raises her hand to you, Dante's ears lay back and he lets out a low growl. Reflexively, she takes a half step back. I think we've heard what Dante has to say. As for my part, Little Red saved our lives back there. You may not believe it, but she did. The way I see it, that means I follow her lead a while longer. Glory's voice is uncharacteristically gentle. I trust in Monica's judgment, therefore I trust in Little Red's judgment. The discussion is finished, Iga. Amsel speaks softly, but his tone is firm. Little Red will take Monica's place as the leader of this team. Monica's death deserves vengeance. I intend to see it done. We're in over our heads, but whatever we stumbled into tonight, I'll see us through it. I'll do whatever it takes to keep this team and Monica's legacy alive. That includes taking your advice, Iga. Running the shadows is simple. Work, survive, get paid. I plan to keep us alive long enough to find a payday at the end of this tunnel. Hey, Iga, could you grab me a soy calf? I'm not doing that. I'll do whatever it takes to keep this team and Monica's legacy alive. That includes taking your advice, Iga. Iga gives you a small nod. That's big of you. She looks from Dietrich to Glory to Amsel and finally down at Dante. Then she sighs. I don't agree with this decision, but I will respect it. She nods again, more decisively this time. Little Red takes the lead then. Conversation closed. It's time to move on. We need to focus on chasing down Green Winters. Indeed, I have transferred the information that we received from Altug to the computer terminal in the next room. It used to be Monica's personal workstation. Little Red, now it's yours. Monica kept a variety of notes and dossiers on that machine. I would suggest reviewing her notes when you have the time. Amsel turns his attention away from you and back to his computer screen. Good hunting. I will eagerly await your return. I wouldn't suggest driving to Dragonfall. The roads aren't safe. Taking the U-Bahn would be faster anyway. Thanks for the tip, Iga. The U-Bahn it is. Iga nods, then turns to check her equipment. The rest of the group disperses in turn. You now command a team of Shadowrunners. When traveling to new mission locations, you will be able to choose... Sorry, had to yawn. You will be able to choose which members of your team to bring and modify their loadouts for the run. When members of your team become permanently incapacitated on a mission, they will be automatically extracted for emergency medical care. They will be patched up and ready for action the next time you return to your safe house. To avoid loss of firepower by always carrying some pneumonia trauma kits into the field. These can be purchased by the Street Dock office in Cruz Bazaar. Yep. Cool. That. Little Red, you're probably getting ready for your trip to Dusk Castle House. Time is short. Got a question for you about the Cruz Bazaar. A little slice of heaven, isn't it? What can I tell you about our keys? I'd like to get your take on some of the other people in Cruz. Very well, where to begin? Samuel Beckenbauer is a good man, perhaps a bit xenophobic, but this is to be expected. He stands up for the rights of goblinoid races, the orcs and the trolls, yes? And they have been more vilified and victimized than any of the other metahuman breeds. This is important. what is important is that he is a leader and a healer, and that he helps his people. In the soy calf shop, you'll find Jan Goldschmidt. I tell you that you will find him there because he never seems to leave the place. Every time I go for a coffee, he is there sipping on soy calf. Beyond that, I cannot say what I think of the man. He is a jovial sack of fat. Perhaps if you speak with him, you can learn something more. Have you any more questions for me, or may I get back to work? Let me go this one again. Where can I sell pay data found on a run? Check the Shadowlands BBS on the mission computer. Monica, she used the bidding service there to sell valuable data. I'd like to ask you about another member of the team. If you have questions about your teammates, I'd recommend checking your mission computer. I know that Monica wrote dossiers on each of them. Themselves' voice is sad. She'd be the best qualified to tell you about their capabilities anyway. Okay. Don't think anyone's gonna have extra stuff. Yeah, cool. Bobby. He's chilling. Optional, investigate your mission computer. Your workstation and mission computer, the command center for your team's operations, and your last link to the memory of Monica Schaefer. Her thoughts and words live on in the machine. At times, it's easy to forget that she's gone. The cool blue tones of the workstation's main menu fill the screen. A blinking message in the upper right corner notifies you that you have 0 unread messages. Check inbox. Cool. Just wanted to double check. Read your old messages. Hello, Ace. The vid screen flickers to life and Monica's face appears. Her hands are on her hips, and she's wearing a wry smile. Hey, Ace, if you're reading this, it means I've either died or stepped down. Hopefully the latter, but probably the former. Not many Shadowrunners make it to retirement age. In any case, I'm sure that you'll do a fine job in the role. If you need anything, talk to Paul. He's a good man, and he knows how important it is to me that you take my place. One last thing, Ace. Iga might cause you some problems. In fact, I think it's fair to bet that she already has. Just remember, she brings something to this team that no one else does. You'll want her on your side. My advice to you is this. Hold your own with her. If she pushes you, push back. Don't try to butter her up with flattery. She'll see right through it. Most of all, do what you can to earn her respect. She'll never be satisfied following you if you don't give her a better reason than that, because Monica said so. Better reason than because Monica said so. I have faith in you, Ace. It's up to you to justify that faith. She half turns away from the camera, then returns her attention to you. The image is uncannily lifelike. Oh, and by the way, Ace, if you botched this, I'm coming back to haunt your ass. I mean that. The message ends and the image fades. You find yourself back at your inbox. Back. Access Shadowland. Shadowland connection established successfully. Welcome to Shadowland. Post pay data for sale. Attach data to your escrow account. Data will be automatically sold to the highest bidder. Both parties will remain anonymous throughout the transaction. Post the antiquities delivery schedule. Posting successful. Posting will remain active for 2 days. Search BBS for relevant keywords. Matching local keywords. Killer in Seattle. Anyone else reading about this? City's got a Lone Star contract and they can't catch the guy. This Emerald City Ripper has been on a spree for so far no one has a clue. Pathetic. If someone like Something like that happened on my block. Some vigilantes would have tracked him down and stopped him. Shows how good state payroll cops are. We already dealt with the Emerald City Killer. Great. Who says it's a he? They don't have any leads. I'll be in Seattle next week. Forward any info you have about this Ripper and I'll see about taking him out for a date with my Walther MA 2100. I'm sure Lone Star will have a fat reward waiting for whoever blasts this goon. B. Who will post on that thread? Who is Blutz? I think that's the name. I'm still recovering the logs. This hot dogger just trashed my Lantrid hosting server. Sounds like some kid pissed over his cartoons getting cancelled after a bunch of garbage files all over my discs. Left a bunch of garbage files all over my discs, and I'll be cleaning them up all day. They should make you pass a dumbass test before you are allowed to deck in this town. Step up your security, write some white IC programs if you can. At least make the kid's hair stand on end for a few hours next time he tries it. Just make sure that your IC is quick. Heavy hitting IC is no good if you can't catch up with an intruder. A fact that I take advantage of on a regular basis. Always running a CW. The Smiling Bandit strikes again. Ha ha ha. Like clockwork. Ooh. If you two are finished, I did have IC on the thing. Tracked the hole down. Grocery store across the street. Was piggybacking on my LAN and they left an unsecured jack point in a bathroom stall. Old as hell maintenance jack in a fuse box and my security ignored it. Mystery solved. Shadowlands isn't your personal tech support board, Lumens. Glad to see you fixed your own problem. Only way you're going to learn. Maelstrom. No more posts on this thread. Go back. Go back. Access Monica's team personal files. Amsel, Paul, Diedrich, Glory, Iger, Little Red. Watch Monica's entry on Amsel. Image of Monica appears on the screen. Paul, a talented and well-connected fixer with contacts all over Berlin. She pauses for a moment. He's more to me than that, of course, but that's neither here nor there. The image winks back off the screen. You find yourself back at the menus. Menu. Dietrich. Image of Monica winks onto the screen. Dietrich, one of my dearest friends, and a shaman of tremendous power. A good man to have at your side in a fight. I tend to use Dietrich in a support role. His magic can dramatically bolster the combat effectiveness of a frontline fighter like Iger or Glory, but when the chips are down, he's more than capable of dishing out punishment on his own. Can't think of much else to say about Dietrich, just a good, reliable guy. She pauses for a moment. When she speaks again, you can hear a hint of guilt in her voice. He's getting a little too long in the tooth for a Shadowrunner. I'm not sure how many more years he has ahead of him in this game, but I'm happy to run with him for as long as he's able. We'll see, I suppose. Find yourself back at the menu. Glory. Cool. Glory, our damaged enigma. I've known her for almost 5 years now, but I don't think I'll ever truly know her. Somehow I doubt that anyone will. On an operational level, Glory's solid. That chrome of hers may be old, but it gets the job done. I've seen her take a troll apart with her razor hands, and when her adrenal pump is running, she moves faster than anyone I've ever seen. On top of that, Glory is a competent field medic. I don't know where she learned medicine, yet another question mark, but she's patched me up at least a dozen times. Between her skill with a medkit and Dietrich's magic, we haven't had much trouble with serious injuries, and in our line of work, that's a luxury. Yeah, that's fair. Monica pauses for a moment, then shrugs. That's really all I know about Glory. She keeps to herself, barely talks, and spends most of her time most of her off time staring at nothing. I've seen this kind of behavior before, of course. Something bad happened in her past. Deep down, I think she's still running from it, and I'm sure that her cyberware ties into it somehow. I don't know, maybe someday she'll open up to me. I'd like to think that she will. We'll see, I suppose. Right. Menu. Iga. Iga. What to say about Iga? She's smart, she's strong, she's one hell of a soldier. In a close-up fight, I've seen her take apart an entire security team with her shotgun, and she's even more dangerous at range. It's a handy thing, having a trained sniper on the team. All in all, we enjoy one hell of an advantage thanks to her. Unfortunately, there are some disadvantages too. All of that military training has left her, how to say it, rigid, I suppose? Unlike the others, Iga isn't content to go with the flow. She wants lists, maps, and timetables. She wants a hierarchy and she wants it formalized. I don't think that she realizes it, but giving her what she wants would destroy this team. Glory and Dietrich wouldn't put up with it for more than a day or two. I know I wouldn't, but she keeps on pushing all the same. Monica shakes her head. One of these days, this situation is going to come to a head. I just hope that it doesn't happen soon. This will be funny. Image of Monica smiles on screen. Little Red, my secret weapon. I've run enough with Little Red to know that she's trustworthy, a good enough fight too, but beyond all that, it's just good to see her again. There aren't many people left from the old days, far too few, and Little Red, she smiles, well, she was always the best of them. She takes a deep breath and then shakes her head with a sigh. God, that was sappy. Mental note, re-record this before Little Red gets a chance to see it. Too late. At any rate, if anything happens to me, it's good to know that she'll be on hand to fill my shoes. It's not what Iga would want, but it is what would be best for the team. Fair enough. That was interesting. Jobs directory. Jobs main. A few notes on completed jobs. To root. That one. View all pending and active jobs. Pending / active jobs into query. Okay. Well, that was interesting. Is there anything interesting in here? 1, 2. That's a really crappy bunk bed. It's fine. Save game. Wonderful. Now, I would go and do the mission. Unfortunately, I know that if I go past the 4-hour mark for stream, I will start making terrible decisions and bad shit's gonna happen. Because I get really tired. So, with the opening section done, and this time I didn't die in the tutorial, haha, I'm gonna leave it there, and we will pick up with the first mission to go and find Mr. Green Winters. Until then, I hope you guys have enjoyed. I'm going to exit to main menu. I've already saved, that's fine. Alright, lovely picture of Iga. We love it. Alrighty. thank you everyone for coming along. I hope you did enjoy. I'm sorry about the various dropouts and whatnot during the stream. Like I said when they started happening, if you would like to watch the full stream without any dropouts or anything like that, there will be a video up on YouTube in the next couple of days so that you can watch the full thing. It's literally just going to be the whole thing because I had noticed the internet dropouts and I have been preempting the problems that causes by recording the stream while I'm streaming it. It's a great time. Anyway, but yeah, if you did enjoy, feel free to hit that follow button. It lets you know when I go live and all that fun shit. If you're watching this on YouTube, if you hit the subscribe button, that'd be appreciated, but like, I can't tell you what to do in either instances of following or subscription. I'm not your dad. Anyway, if you would like to know ahead of time if or when I'm going to be streaming, there is a lovely Discord link in the About section and in the YouTube description box. Yeah. We also have Twitter. That is another place where I post what I'm playing and when I'm going live. But otherwise, I stream Monday, Tuesday, and Friday from 2 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time or +10 GMT. Which means this is my last stream for the week. Yay! And I will be back on Monday. Until then, I've been Red. This has been Shadowrun Dragonfall. And I will catch you on Monday. Bye-bye.